Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Six and Below. This week, we're journeying to 1980s California with Dead Heat. I'm Eric. This is Darren.
I like it, mate. That's a good little intro.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome into Six and Below movie podcast.
Yeah.
Cue the intro.
Dead Heat, mate.
Dead Heat, yeah.
Yeah, it's dead and it's hot.
I mean, I didn't expect to quite like it as much as what I did.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I've never heard of this film before in my life.
Same.
And when you mentioned it on the last podcast, I was like, okay, I'll watch that. But I came into it. But do you know what? You know what it gave me vibes of?
Yes.
Samurai Cop with a bigger budget.
Yes.
And actual actors.
Yes.
So
Samurai Cop done a little bit better.
Yes.
On the production side of things.
On the production side, yeah. But it still gave me very much Samurai Cop vibes for some reason. I don't know why.
I get it. It's because it's quite a low budget film in the mid-80s.
Yeah. It's very 80s, but
It's very 80s.
What is it? When I was having a look at it, it's described as a comedy horror, which I don't know about the horror bit. There's a few gruesome scenes, but I wouldn't exactly think it's just because they're dead.
Yeah, I suppose. Or there's a little bit of gore.
Oh, a little bit, yeah. Mate, the gore effects on this, I loved them.
I loved it. The classic gore effects are the best. Somebody gets shot with a splat packs and go...
Oh, yeah.
Or somebody gets rammed with a car and pinned in between another car.
Or a woman melts in a shower. Yeah.
It's got it all, guys.
It's got it all.
It's got it all.
Well, yeah, I suppose mentioning like a woman melting in a shower that's probably where the horror bit comes in.
Yeah, I suppose, I can see where it comes from.
But they're very easygoing with the fact that there's dead people coming back to life. It's like...
Oh, being dead himself.
Yeah, just another fucking Tuesday.
Yeah, Roger, you're dead. Oh, how long have we got left? About 6 hours. Okay, let's get back to work then.
Yeah.
Dude, clock off your shift.
Yep.
Do what you need to do before you die.
Go and get some money out the bank, clear the bank, max out all your credit cards, just go fucking nuts, mate. Start...
A little bit, like
Killing
from
spree.
Armageddon.
Yeah.
The guy from Armageddon got loads of debt the next point he wasn't coming back.
Yeah. Oh, I always love that bit when they're coming back and he's trying to volunteer to stay with the nuke and he's like, I owe like 50 grand to a loan shark somewhere. I really don't want to have to go back. But no, I know what you mean. That's what I'd do. It's like maybe not a killing spree, but I'd maybe...
Why would that be the first thing come to your mind?
Well, I said killing spree a minute ago, but I think you were talking, but...
That's what I mean.
I don't know.
I said, like, go live your life. You're like, go do a killing spree.
No, but you'd kind of... I'd kind of live like I was in GTA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd go fuck a hooker. I'd go rob a couple of cars. Someone drives past in a Ferrari. I'm taking that shit.
Yeah.
I'm a cop. I've got a gun.
True. If
I've got a badge as well.
True.
Yeah.
Which he does later on, doesn't he?
Well, he does, yeah, which is really, really stupid. But
it's really weird, that bit, isn't it? But we'll cover that anyway.
What drives me mad in these type of films, though, is like when all they do is they show a badge. Yeah. Right? They don't show any kind of ID or anything like that, but it's kind of like you've got that gold shield and it's kind of access all areas pass, and they do it in so many films.
It's like the FBI thing, that flick a wallet, go.
Yeah, but no one ever goes, can I read that? Let me just ring the number and verify it. They just go, oh, it says FBI in big letters. That's all we need.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not being funny. You can buy them police shields.
And it always makes me laugh as well when you always get like LAPD officer who's in the Bahamas and go, I'm an LAPD. Yeah, like you have jurisdiction.
Light speed too. In international waters.
Yeah.
On a cruise ship.
Yeah. It's like, I know LAPD means nothing out here, mate.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It doesn't, especially to a Scottish guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you imagine like...
Exactly.
Imagine if you did it in the UK, though. It's like, what would like Manchester Metropolitan Police? MMP.
Yeah, you don't hear them saying that, do you?
MMP, freeze! Because you don't have guns.
Just imagine doing that over here in the UK, like shouting out jurisdiction of like that county or whatever.
What would ours? Cheshire Constabulary. CC, CC, freeze!
Doesn't have the same effect, does it?
It doesn't. No.
No.
I mean, just stick a P on the end, and you're basically the Chinese Communist Party. CCP, freeze!
Your credit score is now cancelled.
Yes. We have let Xi Jinping know.
Right, have you seen any films this week?
I actually watched E.T. Basically,
Classic.
right, I've been trying to get my daughter. I think I've discussed on previous podcasts, right? So I've been trying to get my daughter to watch films from my childhood. So far, I've managed to get her to watch The Goonies. I've been on her to about E.T. for ages, right? But she's seen a snippet of E.T. a while back, and she was like, "No, he's freaky. I don't want to watch it. He scares me." And I'm like, "E.T. is cute-ish." No, but as
cute?
Well, not cute, but he's a lovable character, is what I'm trying to say. It's kind of like
with his big rod finger.
Every kid wanted to be touched by that finger in the 80s.
Just bend over and let me stick this light in there.
Alien.
Ain't no probe.
Yeah. But no, that finger freaks me out. But he was a lovable character from the 80s.
Yeah.
Now, the thing I couldn't believe was we were looking, and obviously Drew Barrymore's in that film.
She is.
And I said to Emily, I said, "Oh, that little girl there." I said, "She's like 50 now." And I had a look, and she is. And I'm thinking, hold on, when was E.T. made? And in 1982. I didn't realize he was older than me. Is what I'm trying to get at. I thought it came out after I was born, but it wasn't.
Like early 90s or something.
Well, I knew it was 80s because you can tell straight away. Because even like Stranger Things and stuff have took stuff from there, like the way the kids look on the bikes and stuff like that. Like with the kid with the big hat and the headphones and stuff. It's very much like kind of Dustin and Stranger Things, that type of thing. But I didn't realize it was like that early 80s, if you know what I mean. But no, it was good. Obviously it's E.T. But yeah, she fell asleep at the good bit.
The bike chase.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Basically, just before E.T. dies on the table. Spoiler alert, in case you'd never seen it.
I mean, a lot of people probably haven't.
No, they probably haven't.
It's that old.
I think our audience, who are probably our age, will have seen it.
Yeah.
But she's seen up to where he dies on the table.
Poor alien.
I know. To be honest, right, I watched the film and I never understood until I looked it up. Why when E.T. dies on the table does he suddenly come back to life, and why he dies in the first place? Reading up on it, it's because...
Is he not connected to the kid?
He's connected to the kid, but they lose the connection and he dies, right? But then when Elliot notices the plants growing and he goes to see E.T. and his heart's kind of glowing, it's basically because his ship's arriving and he's made connection back with his people. Because in the beginning, when they're trying to call each other back to the ship, when he's gone on a little berth and he gets lost.
That's piss in the woods.
Yeah, he goes for the piss in the woods. He goes for the quick E.T. shit. They're all glowing on the chest, and I think that's kind of their connection to each other. And I think he had lost his connection to his people, and that's what was making him die.
Ah.
But personally, I thought it was because he contracted AIDS or something.
Could have been.
80s, isn't it?
Do you think when E.T. takes a dump, he has to like push his head down? It's like a dispenser.
Maybe.
Like a soap dispenser, just comes out the back.
It very well could be, mate.
It could be.
E.T.'s a bit constipated, press his head down. Maybe that's when his head's down, he's empty, and as he's eating, he just fills up. You've got a good point there, mate.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
That is a good point, because the whole time he's living in Elliot's room and all that.
It's like a little neck.
Does he ever use a toilet? He doesn't.
Well, don't check underneath them little teddy bears.
No,
there's a big pile of shit in the corner.
Be like that. What is that smell? Imagine if he shits fucking gold, though.
Could be.
You used to watch American Dad, don't you, when Roger does that golden shit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, imagine if it was that.
You never know, mate. You never know.
After E.T.'s gone home, they all go back and they're like, right, let's clean out this cupboard, and they just find a little pile in the corner of jewel-encrusted gold shit.
You open up Fort Knox, it's like a little E.T. in the corner.
Yeah. They're just pressing down on his head constantly.
Those gold billiards coming out.
There we go. You heard it here first.
Fort Knox.
Have you watched any good films?
No.
Sorry, go on.
I was about to say, I've not watched any films, but, however, I've been reliving my childhood youth through my son. So my son is 3 years old.
Yeah.
And he's getting really big at the moment. It's Pokemon. So every weekend, we've been sitting down, on the settee together, watching the old original Pokemon episodes.
Oh, nice. I seen him then playing on a Pokemon game before we come in here on
Loves
the
it.
Switch.
Absolutely loves it.
Yeah.
I was like, even I'm watching episodes thinking, this is that episode where so-and-so meets him and all this shit.
Gotta catch 'em all. See,
Yeah.
I never got into the Pokemon craze when
I
it
loved
first
it as a
came
kid.
out. Yeah.
Loved it. So what else were you about to say?
I was going to say, actually,
Mm-hmm.
in the week I went to the cinema and I went to see that new Thunderbolt. Yeah.
Is it like?
Good.
It looks quite good, to be fair.
It is good. I definitely recommend it. It's a good film.
Yeah, it's got Stranger Things, isn't it? Police officer.
Yeah.
David Harper.
Yeah, it's got David Harper in it because you seen the Black Widow film.
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously it's Elena, Black Widow's sister, and then kind of their dad is David Harper.
Oh, was that their dad?
Well,
Can't remember. Black
in the
Widow.
beginning
I've
of
always
the
seen
Black
it
Widow
once.
film, right? It's kind of like they're in America and they're growing up in America, and then all of a sudden it turns out that their mum and dad are Soviet spies, and they've been planted in America as kind of undercover spies, and then they have to basically escape because they've stolen the secrets they want. And then when they get back there, it turns out that they find out that they weren't actually the parents and that it was all just a lie and undercover. And then the girls get split up and put into the Red Room and become Black Widows or whatever they're called, widows. But then they all get together later on and they're all like, "Oh, that was the best time of our lives" and all stuff like that. So they kind of treat him like their dad.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so in this film, yeah, it's got him in it, but it's kind of like so it's got Elena. It's got him who he was basically the Russian version of Captain America,
Right.
and then it's got Bucky, Winter Soldier. It's got do you know from Ant-Man, the girl? I can't remember which Ant-Man it was, but the girl that kind of can shift through walls, stuff like that. It's got her in it, and some other guy who was like a failed Captain America.
Another one.
Yeah, I don't know who he is, but when I looked into it, it was kind of like he was given the super serum, but I think he went a bit nuts and killed someone or something. But I think
Wait, are you sure about this? Because when we watched Captain America in 1990, they said he was the only one. When he's getting thrown out of the plane.
Yeah.
So, where's my backup? Yeah, about that.
About that, get out.
John's parachute? Nope.
You ever been in a plane before? No.
See you later.
By the way, you might want to find some camouflage because you ain't got any.
No.
But no, anyway, it's got him in it. What I was saying was when I looked into it, I think he was in one of them What If series.
Right.
And he was also in that one, Captain America and the Winter Soldier, that TV series.
Never watched that one.
Is it Captain America? No, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. No. The one,
Falcon.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Sorry. That TV series with Bucky and, what's his name? Sam, is it? Yeah, them two. But apparently he's in that. So I didn't quite get where he comes from, but he's quite funny in it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, anyway. I'm not selling it very well, but it's a good film. Go and watch it. It's got like a 7.7 on IMDb.
Yeah, it does look good, to be fair.
It kind of reminds me. It's like Marvel, but they go into a bit of like shit about depression and stuff like that. And, they have to deliver a message in it, but it's not so much forced down your throat, and it's entertaining.
Good. Right, clip quiz.
Yes.
If you know what this is, let us know down below in comments. We will let you know at the end of this, so stay tuned so you can find out what it is.
Please also like and subscribe.
It's starring one of the characters from this film. Let us know if you can get it.
Face some hard truths tonight, Billy.
Dad, do we have to do this with Captain Dipshit here?
You were brought up with every advantage. I bought you everything.
Easy.
Toys, cars,
I know what this is.
Vacations, clothes.
Actually, I stole this shirt from Frank.
Easy.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yep. I pretty much tried to make it easy because I don't know any film with these two in it.
So
One of the other
that's
characters.
McNabb, isn't it?
McNabb, yeah.
Yeah, he plays his dad.
He does play his dad, yeah.
I've not seen that film in years.
Yeah, same. A long time.
I used to love it when I was early teens. So
Yeah, if you know what it is, let us know down below in comments. Do you want to explain what this podcast is about?
my favourite part of that was Steve Buscemi with the lips.
I can't remember it, to be honest with you.
know.
I can't remember any of it.
So go on. What were you going to say?
Got to explain to the audience what we're about.
Yeah, so we are Six and Below movie podcast. If you're new to this show, basically what we do is we review any films that are rated 6 or below on IMDb, or, like in the case of this one, rated 60% or lower on Rotten Tomatoes. That's critics and audience. So if you do have any recommendations out there that meet the criteria, please leave them in the comments, or you can email us on sixandbelowpodcast@gmail.com. You can also get in touch on Discord, and which is in the comments below, and then Twitter as well, so there's loads of ways to contact us, so there's no excuse, guys.
Don't be
if
shy.
you've got a film recommendation, like I say, that's rated 6 or below on IMDb, or below 60% on both critics and audience on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, what we tend to do is we go through the film scene by scene, we discuss it, and we basically try and take the piss out of it if we can, but we give credit where credit's due.
Exactly.
But mostly we just try to pick
Have
out
fun.
Yeah, pick out stupid shit, and if there's a nonce, we'll find them.
Oh, you will. You will. Non-swatch.
Nonce-watch. Welcome to Nonce-watch, guys.
Starring Alex from Speed 2.
From Speed 2, when he likes some death.
He does.
But no, if you do enjoy it, please share it with your friends. We want to try and get our subscriber numbers up, but we do appreciate any support you can give us.
So we're on a road to 1 million, aren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah, road to 1 million.
we're on a road to 1 million. Yeah, just
Shy of 200.
Just yeah, we got just shy of 200 so far. So yeah, if we can get them subscriber numbers up, that'd be amazing. But so this next part, we'll go through some of the vitals in the film, and then we'll get straight into it. So stay
That's
tuned,
right.
guys. So,
Released in 1988.
yes,
1 hour and 20 minutes.
yes, it's not
Oh.
a long one.
That's nice. Good.
Oh, it is.
length
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
yeah.
IMDb rating 6.1. Amazon Star 4.5. Rotten Tomatoes 11. Critics. Audience 48. Budget 5 million.
Wow. Yeah.
Box office gross. I've not actually got it down. Actually, I did write it.
Was it in the box office? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It was. I think it was around 2.5 million.
Yeah.
On the box office, give or take. I can confirm that later on if need to.
So we lost money.
Yeah, a little bit.
I take it there's not a Dead Heat 2 then.
There's not, unfortunately. So this was ranked 133 in
Oh, right. So we made the
1988.
top 200.
Yeah, so it's
19.
there. It's there.
1988. What were the?
Top films.
Yeah.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh yeah.
238 million.
Wow.
Second was Rain Man, 172 million.
That's like a trillion today, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is, to be honest with you. Good for you, Bill.
Yeah.
And number 3, Coming to America, 128 million.
I think I've only ever seen that film once when I was really young, and I can't really remember what happens.
Eddie Murphy one.
Yeah.
Comes to America. Yeah, pretty much.
I kind of gathered that from the title.
Yeah, it says it all.
Yeah.
It says it all.
Is that the one where his dad's died, the king?
Yeah.
And it's the guy
Comes
who
up
does
with-
Darth Vader's voice.
Yeah, it is him.
James Earl Jones, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is him, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
This movie was higher grossing than The Wrong Guys.
Right.
Not the one you're thinking of with Will Ferrell. Or was that the other guys?
The other guys.
Ah,
What's the wrong guys?
oh, they're wrong.
Go on.
Number 2, Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
And number 3, Midnight Crossing.
Right. Never heard of any of them.
Yeah, same here.
Pumpkinhead.
Let's be honest, mate. You know, they're very low in 1988.
Yeah, very obscure 1988 film.
Exactly. Do you want to let us know who it's directed, written, and who it stars?
Yeah, so this was directed by Mark Goldblatt, who he's directed 3 other films. He's mainly done editing in his past, but he's directed, obviously Dead Heat was his first one, 1988. He directed The Punisher with our friend Dolph Lundgren, whoever his name is, in 1989, which is a 5.6. So if we want to do another Punisher, we can compare it with the other one.
And we might just be able to do the John Travolta one as well.
So we could do 3 Punishers.
Possibly.
And then he directed one episode of a program called Erie, Indiana in 1992. It was written by a chap called Terry Black. He looks like he's mainly done kind of TV writing beforehand. And then it's starring Treat Williams, which is a class name. I don't know why you'd call. I'm hoping that's a stage name, because imagine if you called your kid Treat. Treat Williams as Roger Morris.
Yep.
We've got Joe, and I've been trying to figure out how to pronounce his name. Piscopio,
Scorpio, I think.
Piscopio, Joe Piscopio as Doug Bigelow. And then we've got Lindsay Frost as Randy James.
Randy James.
And then we've got Darren McGavin as Dr. Ernest McNabb.
Mm.
And then we've got Vincent Price, of all people, as Arthur P. Loudermilk.
Classic actor, isn't he?
Yeah.
From back in the day.
From back in day. Yeah, so what's he?
I remember what films he's been in.
I think he was very known for like horror films and stuff like that, wasn't he?
You know the old bird who's in this?
Yeah.
Which one I'm on about?
The
When
one
they
who
do
tells
around
him
the
to shut-
table.
Yeah, the one who tells him to shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
he was like 98.
Yeah.
Have you seen her when she was younger?
No, why is she cracking?
She was banging.
Was she?
She was a big actress back in the day.
Is that Monica Lewis? Miss
Possibly.
von Heisenberg.
Might have been her, yeah.
Actually, I'm just hello. This one.
Like black and white pictures. Yeah,
I bet she's banging.
isn't it?
Get me a
She used
time
to star
machine, guys.
in like the black and white films back in the day, like 1920s, 1940s maybe.
Oh yeah.
See?
Wowzers.
Took me off guard. I was like, who was that cheeky thing? But she's like 96 now.
Problem
Well,
is, like,
she's dead now, like, but
Yeah, in 2015, she died, born 1922. The thing is, though, back in the day, like when she would have been in the business and stuff like that, actresses were very much treated as if they were like sex trade.
True.
I don't mean in the sense that they were kind of.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, I don't think they. Well, not so much that. I don't think they were.
You want a part in this role? Hey,
Yeah.
I've got a big sausage for you to suck on.
you want to have a cuddle on the couch?
A lot of them used to do that shit, didn't they?
What?
Like, do you want to be a starring role? Open the door as a settee.
Oh yeah.
The casting couch.
Yeah. That's where it comes from. There's some truth to it.
Mm.
I forgot what I was saying then. No, I don't mean so much that they had sex for money and stuff like that. It was just kind of like they were seen kind of by society on the same level as kind of people in like the sex trade and stuff like that.
Oh, was it?
Because, I don't think it was the kind of that thing, but because they were seen as kind of exploiting their looks and stuff like that and being a bit of
Showing above their ankles.
being a bit of a hussy, peeking, pulling the little skirts up.
That, look at her, she's got her kneecaps out.
I know, yeah. Woo!
Oh.
Show us them ankles. Woo! Wowzer. The other just honourable mention as well was Robert Picardo, actor, who was the lieutenant whose car he steals at the beginning. Now he's out of Star Trek.
What was it?
I think he Star Trek Voyager, and I think he was the holographic doctor. And he was
Now you
in,
mentioned it, I think I recognise his face from it.
You'll probably, if I show you his picture there.
Yes.
So it's him.
It looks a bit different now, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
That's pedo Tash.
yeah. Nonce.
We
found it. We found it.
I found him.
That's why he was pissed off about him crashing his car, because he had a date with a 12-year-old that night.
I thought his mustaches don't look right.
No, they don't.
Really
Although
don't.
saying that, my dad had a mustache for years. But I think he was because he was a fireman. I think he was like the rules that you have to have a tash.
It's burnt on a beard, that's why.
Probably.
You want facial hair, your mask only covers like that section.
I think that's it. I think they recommend it as an extra filter when they have the masks on, just to an extra filter for the smoke.
Could have been, mate. Could have been.
But yeah, that's a starring anyway.
Trailer?
Yeah, so let's watch the trailer to Dead Heat before we get into it. So come on, guys.
We have something on the monitor, Captain.
This is how they do it, Doug. This is how they resurrect the dead.
Like
As
she
you will
knows.
see, ladies and gentlemen, the demonstration that you are about to witness makes burial somewhat unnecessary. I planned for you a very graphic little demonstration.
Sorry to interrupt your erection, pal, but we'd like to speak with the management of this facility.
Just an ordinary drive
Love that theme tune.
on just another day.
Oh, is this what you're on about before?
That road, nothing standing in your way.
Perpetrators are
It is
heavily armed and
operating.
work as pairs.
80s, isn't it?
If you shoot them, they don't die. How do you wish this man killed?
Can't be a good cop if you're a dead cop. Here's your chance to prove him wrong.
You've got 10 to 12 hours tops.
Get a razor against time.
Race against time.
You don't want to catch it in.
You spent 10 years out on the street risking your neck, and now you're dead, and it's still not enough.
The trailer's longer than the film.
Hey, you're hurt.
Lady, I'm fucking dead.
Swearing in a trailer.
I know. I've got to say, trailers are not made like they used to.
No.
That's a really good trailer, to be fair.
That was a good trailer. I was kind of missing the Roger Morris is dead, and he's going to find out that being dead isn't all he's cracked up to be.
Starring Rob Schneider as the hairbrush.
Rob Schneider is a hairbrush, and he's going to find out that combing a dead guy's hair releases hair. It's falling out, guys.
Honestly, right, on that trailer, it's pretty graphical. Is that scene when the car gets like pinned with the dead zombie dude? You wouldn't see that on a Today trailer.
No, it definitely wouldn't be swearing either.
Definitely would not get the F-bomb.
No.
On the trailer.
I know.
I mean, they don't swear too much in it anyway.
No, I think that's like the only time they actually swear in it.
Yeah, and they put it on the trailer.
Yeah. Lady, I'm fucking dead.
So, yeah, I'm surprised it didn't do more in the box office. A good trailer, that one.
If I'd seen that in the cinema. The thing is, right, speaking of like trailers and stuff like that, when I went to watch Thunderbolts, I said to the wife when the trailers were starting, I said, "What you betting that there's no original films that are being shown?" And there wasn't. There's a new Karate Kid film coming out. Yeah, there's a new Jurassic World film coming out.
Another one.
Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, they're now going. We're going back to yet another island. All I can think of, how many fucking islands did InGen have? I mean, Christ, every time it's like, we found another island with dinosaurs. And it's like, but this island is special. That's what it was. It's like...
It's got a runaway brat clone.
Yeah, it has. But literally...
runaway twat.
Runaway twat. They made a genetic dinosaur/vagina. It's going to gobble you up, guys. If you're a dick, it's coming for you.
It's coming for you.
but no, it's like, literally, in the trailer, it's like, there's another island. This is where they kept the worst of the dinosaurs.
Oh, really? Like the last one wasn't bad enough.
I know. Every film, it's like, this time they molded mechanics with dinosaurs. This is Robo-Dino.
Is it made of Lego?
Maybe.
Like a Lego world dinosaurs.
This is where they made the Lego world.
I think they've actually done that.
Probably.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, another Jurassic Park, another Karate Kid. This time, it looks almost like they're merging the shitty one with Jaden, whatever his name was, Smith.
Yes, to bring him back.
We can't remember his name now. Jackie Chan. So it's like Jackie Chan meets Danielson. And then there's some kid that they're both noncing over, and I think they fight over the kid and see who's going to take his virginity or something. I don't know. the trailer was
Who gets first dibs?
Who gets first dibs?
You get sloppy seconds, literally.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's it. They have to fight it out. There's a whole tournament going on. And then, there was another one as well. There's a new Fantastic Four coming out, which looks quite good.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen a few trailers of that. They've got the bird from Ozark as the Silver Surfer.
I'm not sure.
I think they've done a gender swap. But in the comics...
It didn't show the Silver Surfer.
Ah, right.
In the trailer I watched.
Yeah, to be fair, in the comics, there is a female one as well. So
it looks like they've when I was watching the trailer, it's kind of like setting an alternative, like kind of like how 1950s imagine the future, almost like they did in Fallout, but not quite Fallout-ish. It kind of has that kind of feel to it. Right. But what's mad, at the end of Thunderbolts, spoiler alert, in the post-credit scene,
do you want to tell?
They see something coming through, and when it's a rocket coming towards the Earth, and when they zoom in on it, it's got the Thor logo on it.
Ah. There's a nice little link up there to bring him into the universe. Because, I can't, it's not real spoiler as such, because it has been announced in Comic-Con and loads of people went off the tits about it.
Well,
Robert Downey Jr.
It's going to be Doctor Doom.
Yes.
Yeah. Or Von Doom, whatever his name
Doom, so he's back into it.
Yeah.
Alternative universe of Tony Stark, isn't it, when he comes back from the finger click?
How are they going to do it?
Huh.
Yeah, so, but this, in the trailer, it kind of looks like it's in an alternative universe is Fantastic Four. So I'm wondering if they've somehow during that film are going to skip into the main Marvel universe
Yeah, I reckon so.
with the Thunderbolts and what have you.
More money, isn't it? Merch.
But it looked good, but it's got to be better than any of them others. So far, they've really dropped the ball on the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, they weren't great. I mean, we might actually be able to cover one of them.
Probably.
I think what we should try and do is double check Fantastic Fours, what the ratings are. If they do qualify, when the new one comes out, we can drop an episode around that time.
Let us know if you want to do that, guys, in the comment.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you can find one that's lower than 6, which I can't. I'm pretty sure one of the Jessica Alba ones will probably be
Definitely.
below 6. Do you know who they've got as what's it though? He seems to be in everything now as Mr. Fantastic.
Who is it?
The dude from The Last of Us. He plays Joel. Yeah, whatever his name is.
Gets his head squashed in Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Gets his head squashed in The Last of Us.
Does he? I've not seen Series 2 yet.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it happens in the game. Everybody knows.
Well, I know he dies. But yeah, I've not started season 2 yet. I'm waiting for all the episodes to come out so I can binge it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
So my only general note was just about how casual people take the fact that there's kind of dead people coming back to life, and they're just like, another Tuesday.
Another Tuesday. That's all it is, guys. That's all it is.
And how well he takes the fact that he's going to die in 12 hours.
Really, really well.
Yeah.
Even more so when she turned around and said, "Oh, we've got less time."
Although there's a risk that your dick could fall off.
Yeah, just imagine that. I tried to pull out, but it fell out.
I tried to pull out.
But it fell off.
It's like, did you pull out? I think it's still in there.
Go to the doctors. You got about 12 hours before it disintegrates inside you. You might cause a little bit of an STD.
Might get a bit gooey.
Just a little bit. Oh, shit. You'll be bleeding more than time in a month. Okay. Production had a little bit of a rough start as the captain would not remember more than one line at a time. So they kept having to reshoot the scenes. And they got fed up with it in the end. Just let him carry on doing it and then just chopped it together in editing.
Oh.
The Black Captain.
Yeah, no, I thought that scene was filmed a bit weird because it kind of keeps cutting all over the place.
Yeah.
So it cuts he says a sentence and then it cuts to them, and then cuts back.
Yeah.
I was wondering why it was like that.
That's why.
The other thing as well, like when they're leaving and you get a close up of the captain's face, is it me or does his mouth look like he was bleeding?
Just been punched in the face.
I think so.
Like, learn your fucking lines.
Your fucking lines, dickhead.
So make sure I've got on my thing. Worst character, best character. Oh, worst character. I've not got it filled. Ooh.
Oh, well,
do that.
maybe you'll change your mind as we go through. Right, should we get into the film?
Let's get straight into it then.
Yeah.
The movie opens up with two thugs getting ready to attend a BDSM party as they put on their gimp masks.
Come on.
What is that about?
No. Do you know what their masks remind me of? Do you know the old style like executioner masks that they used to put on?
It is.
Yeah, they put them on so it kind of it covers like the whole of the head comes down the back and then just you can still see the mouth, kind of like Batman's cape without the ears, Batman's mask without the ears.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Batman looks a little bit better though, doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
His is made to measure. Theirs are just kind of off the shelf. But then he's loading the guns up in it. Why does everyone in this film use an Uzi? Did they have a deal with them or something? Or did they just have a load round?
It could have been like Samurai Cop where they only had 3 or 4 guns and they passed them to each other.
It would make sense if that was the case because everyone seemed to use these big friggin' Uzis.
Yeah.
And they just pull them out of anywhere.
Old school Uzis, isn't it?
But then I don't get, like you say, they're driving along and why that guy's going, come on! Come on! Come on! And I'm like, come on what? I'd be like, what do you want me to do, guy? What?
I've got driving at the speed limit because I don't want to get pulled over before we get there.
Not only am I driving, I'm trying to load my weapon at the same time. What do you want me to do?
That's true. That's a good point, yeah. He's reloading his gun whilst driving.
I know.
So they pull up straight outside the jeweller's.
Yes.
Run straight through the door. Start trying to smash the cabinet. Can't get into it, can it?
No. Smashing it with the bottom of his gun.
Yeah, then his mate gets fed up, starts shooting it, turns around, starts shooting up the place. Why is he shooting at the wall and all that? We can see you got a gun. You don't need to start letting shots off.
It's just in case it's like a water pistol. They just want to show that it actually works.
The woman was about 85.
Oh, I know.
She's not going to put up a fight.
Yeah,
She's like, oh, what are you doing here? Lady, they've got a gun in her hand with masks on. I think they're going to be taking your shit.
Well,
That's
yeah.
what they're here for.
Yeah. What do you think they're here for? The use of toilet? It's like,
It's running shit. Where's the toilet? Where is it? I had a bad curry last night.
I've got my shit mask on. Let me use the loo. I'm not a customer, but I got this. Fellas fell over.
Meanwhile, a few blocks down,
Well, sorry.
detectives Duck and Roger are driving as a 211 code comes in for an armed robbery in progress.
Yes.
Did you clock what Doug said to Roger
What?
as he does a handbrake turn?
No.
That's quite a slick turn, that wasn't it?
It was, but I couldn't help but notice they look very different as they're going round that turn.
Oh, yeah. I think there was
Stunt guys.
stunt guys, definitely. Yeah. He turned around and said to him, you can't get there if you're dead.
Oh, okay.
He drops quite a few hints, doesn't he, throughout?
Well, I was going to say the woman in the shop, she I don't know if it's just because basically before the goons run in, that old woman's there and she's trying on a necklace and she gives him this big bloody necklace, which I'm thinking, you can't afford that, bitch. Anyway, but the way she takes it and then she turns like towards the camera, you know, like because he's like always face the audience. And I'm just like, why are you turning around? I thought she was going to just pocket it or something. I do like when the goons run in and they're like that. You old bitch. And then he church her handbag and she goes, you cheap bitch. Fucking throws the handbag away.
He did, actually.
Yeah. But then some random woman comes out the back, doesn't she, carrying, and she goes, what are you guys doing here?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, is that? I thought you were talking about the old woman.
No, it's like what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Robbing you? Quite frankly, I mean, you've heard gunshots going off, obviously.
Yeah.
But you still walk out with your hands full of jewellery.
I know, it's like, I brought these for you.
I'll be in the back room going, maybe I'll push the alarm. Stay in the panic room or some shit.
Well, one of the women does push the alarm, but it's like, it seems to be in the most weirdest place. It's kind of like, is it like a pillar in the middle
It's like
of
a
the
chair
room?
leg.
Yeah, and then there just happens to be a button at the bottom, and she goes, I wonder if they just hide these buttons all around the jewellers just in case
Probably.
this shit happens.
I reckon they will do.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Roger's moaning the dog, to Bigelow, saying, I thought we were going plain clothes, not undercover. And I'm like, plain clothes? You're wearing a suit. He's just wearing casual clothes. What are you going undercover as? What were you planning to do that day to go undercover?
Yeah.
What? Is it just that they couldn't afford a suit for this actor? For the guy who plays Roger, so they're just like, just turn up in whatever you want?
I think what to show his guns off.
You reckon?
Yeah, he's flexing quite a lot.
He's got the... I don't know, it doesn't show so much in the picture in the background, if you can see it on YouTube. Obviously, if you're listening on Spotify, you're not going to be able to see it. But in the film, he wears such a tight T-shirt and his pecs are so thing. It almost looked like they were saggy at one point. But he has got, I must say, he's got the weirdest face I've ever seen in my life, the guy who plays Doug.
That's a little bit.
It looks like there's two faces kind of chopped together. I think I said this to you on a call the other day, didn't I? It's almost like they took the top of someone's head and glued it to the bottom of someone else's because they just don't seem to match.
Yeah, like picture of me and you together. Use your top half and my bottom half.
Yeah, and then you get Doug. I'd take his arms, though.
Take his arms away.
I'd have his arms.
I bet you would.
Yeah.
So the pair pull up outside the jewellery store, and it looks like the whole police station have turned up already, along with the SWAT teams. And don't you think it's a little bit of an overkill for a jewellery store robbery?
Massively. There's like the whole of the police force there. All around LA now, there's going to be other robberies going off, and they're going to be running out going, where's the police? Oh, is that it?
There's a jewellery store over there getting robbed.
I love, though, right, how all the police are lined up with their cars, you know, in the typical way, with all the guns. Some of them had like freaking M16s and all sorts, and they're all lined up. And then Roger and bloody Doug just drive straight past them all.
Right in between the jewelry store and the police.
Right between the store and where the police are. So if the robbers just... Hello, everyone! In the fucking convertible car. And I'm thinking, what if the guys from the jewelry store came out at that point and everyone just opened fire? And
how did the people in the jewelry store not notice or the police turn up?
I don't know, because they come out like, oh, hello.
Confused to anything.
I know.
They're so stupid, them two, aren't they?
Oh, I thought I was calling them, Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah.
They were just like absolute idiots.
Do you know what? That's a good little name for him, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
They step outside and to be greeted by the police officer shouting with a shotgun, "Freeze! Drop your weapons!" Who immediately shoots the robbers.
Yeah.
And all hell breaks loose.
The thing is, though, right, why was that guy there? You'd think if anyone was going to go next to the door, it'd be a guy in SWAT uniform, because there was SWAT there, not just a random copper in his everyday street beat fucking clothes.
With a 12 gauge.
With a 12 gauge. But yeah, you're right, he walks out and goes, "Freeze!" Bang. Shoots him, and then he gets shot straight in the head. He's dead.
Good shot.
Very good shot. Right in the...
I was literally like a dead-eye shot.
Yeah, it was just boom.
Done straight.
But yeah, so then, yeah, all hell breaks loose. Every copper starts shooting.
About 300 bullets hit them, and they
just won't
kill
go
at
down.
least 15 police officers.
Oh, yeah, there's just literally a scene where it's like, he's dead, that cop shot, every cop is getting shot. If you don't go on with a bullet on that day, there's something wrong with you. They must have took out the whole of the police department.
Yep. Even Roger turns around and says, "Why aren't these guys dead? We've hit them about 50 times each."
Yeah. But no one, at the same time, I think Doug goes, "Oh, must be flesh wounds."
Yeah.
They've been hit all over.
Literally all over. Roger decides to take matters in his own hands and get into the lieutenant's car. There's a little drive-by with a shotgun hanging out the passenger window, quite liked. There's a little handbrake turn, comes back, straight there. And he sounds like a 5-year-old. Also, jumped around notes.
Sounds like a 5-year-old.
I jumped out to the wrong paragraph. So as he's doing a little bit of a drive-by, Doug jumps up. The guy gets a hand grenade out, shoots the hand, and then he drops it on the floor like a 5-year-old. He goes, "Uh-oh. Uh-oh." He blows up. As he blows up, Roger then comes back around in the car, crashes straight away, pins one of the robbers in between the lieutenant's car and a parked up car.
That was epic.
Oh, I had to rewind that back about 4 times.
Yeah, when he just literally slams right into him. It's just like, Jesus.
That was, yeah.
That was some good special effects, to be fair.
Definitely not a stuntman.
No.
Because he got folded in half.
He did.
Unless it was stuntman. It's
if
like,
it wasn't...
Yeah, you're not using your legs anymore, mate.
Yeah. Who here isn't fond of the legs? Right, next stunt shows. Who wants to be in a wheelchair?
Yeah, you could do the life of Oscar Pistorius in the next film.
That's it. Starring role. But yeah, the life of Oscar Pistorius. Yeah, he gets cut in half. But the one thing I want to know is when they're all opening fire on the guys that are coming out of the shop, are they not concerned about anyone in the shop? Because any stray bullets or anything are going straight into there. They probably came into the jewelry store afterwards and just found everyone dead and just be like, if anyone asks, they did it. But what about the 17 different calibers? They had a lot of guns with them.
Yeah, they had loads. Yeah. A shotgun as well, yeah.
They were all Uzis.
Every single one of them.
Lieutenant's not happy about his car, though, is he?
Real not, no. He goes apeshit over at Roger.
But I love it when they go over and he goes, Doug starts reading him his rights. He goes, "You have the right to remain ugly as fuck," or something like that. And he's like, "Why are you reading him his rights?" Just in case.
Just in case. Gives him a little kick.
And
Back at the police station.
Yeah.
Police chief is going even harder.
Oh, yeah. Sounds wrong. He's scared. Yeah. Doug and Roger walks in and the police chief gets hard.
I mean, like, it's getting harder on him. It's getting harder on him. He's going in even harder on him. That's just as bad.
I know. He's getting rough now.
He's losing his shit with them. Yeah. No, that sounds...
He's loosening their shit. I mean, he's losing their shit. He's losing his shit. You ever had your shit pushed in?
Steam's coming out of his ears.
Man, I would have been surprised.
It kind of reminded me of something like Naked Gun, though.
Yeah.
It was.
It is the bog standard, typical 1980s police chief. It's always a black dude who's very angry.
Very angry.
Very angry. And just shouts at them about... And he goes, "You're both on probation already. Twice." What?
Misuse of a firearm.
Yeah.
Shotgun out the window. Driving reckless along with 18 parking tickets.
Yeah. The police, they should be able to park where the hell they want.
And he goes, "Well, since you've done a good job overall, We let it slide this one time, but you're on your final warning.
Yeah. How would you already on probation twice?
I don't know.
How does that even work? But anyway,
There's 2 of them, so maybe 1 each.
well, maybe, yeah.
So he's just gone twice.
But yeah, this is where I'm thinking, is the captain's mouth bleeding? You'll have to watch on when you're doing the edit, because like at the last scene you see him and he opens his mouth and it looks like his tongue's bleeding.
Oh, a really red tongue.
Might have just been a really red tongue. Maybe he just had a tizer or something beforehand.
Could have been.
When they're walking through to their office, though,
Yep.
do you hear what Doug says to the nun?
No, but why was there none in the office?
You know, extras.
This is like them stereotypical cliche police officer stations, isn't it?
Yeah.
As they're walking in, it's just chaos going
Just
on.
desks everywhere with like people taking people's statements, and yeah, there's just loads of random people. But yeah, there's a random nun, and as he walks past, he goes, "Call me on Thursday."
Does it?
Yeah. Like, what's that about?
Oh, little bit of a one-on-one confession.
I love what Doug says though. I'd love being a human target for anyone in sniping range of a donut shop.
Roger tells Doug that some drugs like PCP can shrug off all sorts of physical trauma. So maybe the robbers were just on that during a heist.
Maybe.
Not bad theory.
Because we're back in their office now, and we find out that they've had 6 robberies, 3 banks, 2 jewelry shops, and a goldsmith shop, all within like the last 2 or 3 weeks, all
all
within the
within-
same location.
Yeah.
But they tell us this, and then all of a sudden it gives us a news expo dump telling us the exact same thing.
Exact same thing.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, we already know. They
Just in
said,
case you didn't hear it the first time,
Yeah.
roll the news.
roll the news. Just. I love how they have in films when they have perfect news timing
All the time.
all the freaking time.
It does piss me off at the same time.
But yeah, yeah, it does. They kind of think as well. They're kind of going theories. So there's a gang of guys, and they're each taking it in turns to go and rob a bank or a jewelry shop or something, because it's always different guys. But is this the first lot of guys they've come across? I assume, where they took a load of bullets and won't come down. Did they not catch the other guys, or?
Yeah, I think the other guys might have got away, and that's why they went a little bit over the top with the police force outside. Have you noticed something, though? Not a single thing was mentioned about the 15 police officers who have been killed.
Oh, I know. Not a single thing, no. Not that, maybe the police are now a bit understaffed because, like 15 of them, or possibly even more, because a lot freaking went down.
A lot.
Even at one point when Roger's going to get the car, as he's running along, every cop he runs past is getting shot.
Yeah.
They're basically all taking bullets for Roger. There was a lot of police that went down that day, and a lot of
police.
a lot of them
went
are out
down.
of action. So the police are definitely understaffed. So if you were a robber, now's the perfect time to go out and commit some more robberies.
Just be careful of RoboCop. He might
Yeah.
be lurking around in stealth mode.
Yeah, stealth mode.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. Activate Bob Ross mode.
Big Afro pops up.
Big Afro. See this little tree? But then Roger gets a call from the mortician and says, "Hi Roger, it's Becky. Long time no speak, but I think you need to come down here for a bit because I want to show you something."
Now, was that the blown up body on the table
I don't know.
from the robbers? Because one of them looks like really bad. Like, it's like a half melted skeleton type thing of a person.
Yeah, it was a bit.
It looks really weird, and all like the makeup design, what the kind
That they've
of
gone with.
the angle they went for.
What do you think? It was like a blow up doll that they've kind of painted.
I don't know what it was. It's weird. I'll put a picture up here.
Yeah,
for you,
yeah.
But yeah, I
But-
don't know if that was meant to be the robber who got blew up.
Yeah, maybe the one that dropped the grenade. Maybe
That's what I was thinking.
because he was a bit goosed, wasn't he?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Well, then again, Roger did cut the other one in half, so that one was still intact. So maybe it was the blown up one.
Could have been.
But when we get a quick cut though, when they're on the way to the morgue and them driving over, and this is where Doug's asking, "You ever think about your death day?" If
Random conversation.
the mad thing is, right though, they're in the car driving over, and he goes, "You ever think about your death day?" And then they mustn't have discussed it at all until they got to the car park of the morgue, into the morgue, into the body, and then they continued the conversation like there was no time in between.
Yep. It's a little bit bad editing there.
Yeah, they do that all the time in films.
Start the conversation off, and then literally next line is 3 hours later in the day.
Yeah, in a completely different location. Anyway, so Doug's on about, well, imagine if you knew you were going to die on the 30th of April, man. And, I don't know why I'm talking like that. But, and he says, we could have a death day party. And, And he's just like, and then he's talking about what you would do on your death day.
Again,
party.
it's another little nugget there. Bit of build up, what's going to be happening.
But he's like, you could just get a load of women and just go to town on them and
Just leave your dick inside them.
just leave your dick. And he snaps off. I think he was about to go as far as saying, you could die while shagging one of them. But then he gets interrupted by the woman and then by Becky.
Oh, she comes round, doesn't it? Is that your like little
Rebecca Smithers.
So it's last name, yeah.
Smithers, yeah. Excellent. But then it kind of feels as though Rebecca and Roger have a bit of history together.
Yes, a little bit there, isn't there? Or there could be something, what could be possible in the future.
This is where it kind of gave me Samurai Cop vibes, because her acting was better, but it reminded me almost of like the nurse scene in Samurai Cop, where she's like, I do have a phone number, I do have a home phone, and you can ring me. You don't have to send bodies to the morgue just to see me. I just expected it to cut to Frank in the background going,
Doug's there.
Yeah.
By the way, if you've not seen that podcast yet, Samurai Cop, go check it out.
You need to watch it. It's a classic film. If you want to watch the film itself, it's usually available on YouTube. Just search Samurai Cop.
Free of charge.
Free of charge. It's the best film ever made. Yeah, I kind of got that vibes, obviously, but with a lot better acting.
Yep. What's with the fish tank?
I don't know at all.
She's got a fish tank
in her office,
which is empty with plastic fish in.
Yeah,
and even he points out, doesn't it? It's like, what? Don't you like the real things?
I was wondering whether that was supposed to be a prop and he wasn't supposed to reference it in the film, but like as part of his acting, he kind of goes over and he taps on the tank and then realizes they're all fake.
Would have been.
Because it's kind of like it's in the background on top of like a load of shelving, or like on top of a cabinet in it.
Yeah.
And when I was watching, I was like, I wonder if he just wasn't supposed to do that, like he wasn't part of the script, and he just walked over like while improvising and just.
Well, it's a good thing that he did though.
Yeah.
It looks good the way he did it.
Yeah. But then she tells them that the guys have got scars down the front, and she goes, they've already been here for an autopsy, and she says something like, I never forget a body.
Yeah, she recognises them.
Yeah.
And then McNabb comes in. He goes, what? These people have been here before? Nah, you're losing your mind, Rebecca.
Yeah. God damn it, woman.
He's really weird in this, isn't he, McNabb?
He is weird, and he kind of like undermines her quite a lot in it.
Throughout the whole film, he undermines everybody. He's like, what, you're dead? Don't worry about that.
Don't be stupid.
Don't be silly, you're not dead.
This is a joke.
All the way through it.
Well, he tries to play it off that she's inexperienced, and she's like, no, look, they've literally got autopsy scars. They took like 1 million bullets. What more evidence do you want? I mean, they come in heavy as fuck because they're filled with lead.
True.
They died of lead poisoning.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, and then Roger goes to her when they're in the office. He goes, so is there anything else strange about them? And she's like, what, other than the fact that they were dead? And then she's found a drug called, I wrote it down, sulfazazole in their system.
Sulfurfiazone
in their system. And then she's like, but I happened to look it up, and it looks like a place called Dante Pharmaceuticals has ordered 50 kilos of it.
How did she get this information? I'm sure it's not just on a database what companies order and what quantities of stuff.
And there's no internet.
There's no internet back then, yeah. Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah, so like you say, what has she done? Has she just had to ring round every manufacturer of it and say, has anyone ordered any recently? That's a good point. I never clocked on to where she actually got that information from.
I've been wondering throughout the whole film where she gets her information from. She knows everything. It's a little bit weird.
Yeah, she does.
It's as if she's in on it.
Maybe.
Which is not.
She's not, no.
Well, it's drug. It's actually used in bacterial infections.
Yes.
So why would that reanimate corpses or something?
I don't know. I'd kind of, all the way through, I kind of didn't quite grasp where this drug comes into it.
No, I think they just picked a random drug.
Because it's not like when they bring anyone back to life, you see them injecting them with this drug. They certainly didn't do it with Roger that we seen.
No.
Unless it somehow injects it during the machine. I don't know.
Good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I really don't get where the drug comes into it. But so next thing is they cut to Dante Pharmaceuticals.
Ah.
Go on.
I'm thinking maybe this drug, because it is a bacterial infection drug,
Yeah.
after they come back to life, they might use that drug to prolong it.
Well, that might answer my question later on, because when we find out that someone died a while back and they're still alive and well type thing.
Could have been using that.
Yeah, might be.
Let's say it's helping a bacterial infection, slowing down the deterioration.
Maybe.
Ah. Got it. We've got it.
There we go. So we're at Dante Pharmaceuticals and they walk in and there's a guy on reception reading a Penthouse magazine. That guy's the worst receptionist I've ever seen in my life.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
The lecturer stood there in front. Okay, guy, we're here to speak to your boss.
How has he still got a job?
Yeah.
Well, you seen it on the trailer, didn't you? When Doug walks up to him and he goes, "Sorry to interrupt your hard-on, pal." Oh, yeah. Sorry to interrupt your erection.
Yeah, we get introduced to Randy, who's in charge of public relations for the company.
Was it me, or when we see Randy for the first time and she's walking up and it starts
the legs.
starts on the legs going up? Was I the only one disappointed when it got to her face?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I expected her to be look hotter than she did, but in that scene she didn't. But then later on,
She looks all right.
She looks all right, but in that scene, it's like she's walking through and you're thinking,
Michelle
nice.
Pfeiffer.
Yeah, exactly. Like nice legs, nice body. The fuck. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't kind of what I was expecting. The way they treated her was like she was kind of a supermodel, because even Doug's like, oh, I think you see his nipples get hard through his
I
top.
think there's only 2 women in this whole film.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there's Rebecca and her.
Other than the old bird at the end, which was fit when she was younger, that you
Yeah.
told me about before. Yeah, I think they're literally the only women in it
Yeah, I think that's it.
that I can recall. Yeah, other than background, other than the nun.
Oh, yeah, you got the nun.
Yeah.
Unless it was a guy dressed up as a nun going
It might have
undercover.
Might have been, yeah.
Yeah. Nuns on the run.
Nuns on the run. Woo! But it
Great
turns
film.
out this woman has the best name ever, Randy James. Randy
James. You were saying before, wasn't you, on the phone, there's a little bit of a play on the words with Roger.
Yeah, so Roger's name is Roger Mortis. And I was thinking, I actually seen it on a fact for IMDb as well. So it went into a bit more detail. So apparently Mortis is Latin for death. So you have rigor mortis when someone dies, and Roger Mortis could also be on a play on words with Roger Mortis, rigor mortis. Yeah.
Very close, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think they've tried to do something there.
I don't know what they were getting going with Doug Bigelow though.
God, he's a womanizer.
Like Deuce Bigelow.
Yeah.
Gigolo.
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 I reckon that.
Doug Bigelow.
Yeah.
And then we got Randy James because she's Randy for James.
He is.
Yeah.
Who's James?
You know. But Doug asks if she knows any zombies just randomly.
Yeah, just come straight out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
No.
don't give 2 fucks, Doug, does he?
No, have you purchased any of this drug or anything? And do you know any zombies?
Know any zombies? He's like, no, I don't know any zombies.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're on about.
See that guard over there?
Yeah. She shows him around the facility because she's the head of PR, so apparently she has to show everyone about. Doug tries to follow his dick as a lab tech walks past. Oh, another woman.
4, yeah.
Yeah, another woman, number 4. She wasn't that hot. She looked almost like a 1980s punk in a lab coat. And he's like, I'm just going to follow my dick this way. And Roger's like, no,
Nope.
Doug,
Right this way, mate.
No, let's follow this one. You have a decompression chamber, and she says, oh, we use this for putting down animals that we finished testing on. And there was a little puppy outside, and it's like, what's wrong with that puppy? There's nothing wrong with it. Well,
I'm just thinking,
how is that humane?
I was about to say, there's got to be better ways to put a dog down instead of removing all the oxygen in the room.
Yeah. I mean, a hammer to the head would probably be better because, as the room decompresses, you're going into a vacuum, and basically what would happen is all the oxygen in your blood would expand, and your blood would literally boil. It'd be like being in outer space.
It just popped, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, as the pressure goes down, all the oxygen and the air and any of the gases in your body would literally expand like it would when you're on a plane and your bag of crisps expands. It would do that, so your blood would literally boil with oxygen coming out of you. It would be a horrible death. It'd be the same as if you were, like, say, you're in the vacuum of space.
Yeah.
It's
not a way to go.
How the frick is that humane in the slightest?
I mean,
it's ridiculous. But then they come across a door that says dangerous chemicals, no admittance. And they're like, oh, I wonder what's in there. And she's like, oh, dangerous chemicals, obviously.
I like the way they brought it up as well.
Yeah.
We always say this, don't we, in films, where they have big signs saying,
yeah.
like, this is this room.
Yeah. It says, dangerous chemicals, no admittance. Definitely not a life-bringing back machine. Please don't look inside.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Doug has to be excused to go to the toilet so we can go do some sneaking and peeping whilst Roger and Randy go back to reception.
I love as well, just before that, he goes, I hope I don't offend you, but look at these pictures. Shows some pictures of the dead guys, and she's like, Jesus Christ. So, and she's going, dick pic, like, oh shit, that shouldn't be in there, sorry. You like what you see?
Now, I'm not sure if this is, like, if it'll work or anything, but Doug manages to short out the circuit of the card reader by putting his little metal pin of the badge in.
Yeah.
I don't think that would work.
I don't think that would work. If it was that easy, then this company, there'd be no point.
No.
It's like, yeah, it's like one of them, like, slit readers, isn't it? And yeah, so he takes his badge off, and the metal clip that's attached to his little visitor's badge, he just slides that through, and he just goes...
and opens the door straight away. I mean, no problems.
I'm not
no
being
alarm.
funny. You'd think, no alarm, no nothing. You'd think, though, that if you short-circuited it or somehow managed to damage it, that the door wouldn't just open.
It would stay locked, if anything.
That seems like a really stupid security flaw. I'd be wanting a refund.
I would be.
Yeah. So he manages to open the door, like you say, and then he goes in, and there's all I can describe. At first, I thought, is this a UFO?
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
It looks like a giant UFO in the middle of a room.
Yeah, it's a giant round table.
Yeah.
And then it's like a body bag with like
a
a big lump underneath the sheet.
Yeah.
And then above it is then like another circular big light, I suppose you describe it as.
And then next to like the bed or the table, as you call it, it then like kind of slopes down, doesn't it? And then it's like it's on this massive round disc, and that's what made me think, Jesus, have they found a UFO and just... You think... yeah. Well, it's just random to have that in a random room there.
It really is, mate.
Yeah.
He removes the sheet, and some big biker freak with 3 faces jumps up and somehow is behind Doug instantly.
Yeah, it's a bad cut, that.
It's a really bad cut.
Because he pulls the thing back, and then all of a sudden he's there.
Yeah.
Next to him.
He goes, right next to him.
Yeah.
That would take me by surprise as well.
It would take me by surprise.
Teleportation.
I'd be more surprised than that big fella moved that fast.
Oh, you know what you're doing there?
Jesus Christ.
Throws an elbow to it, like, bang, bang. Has a little fight.
So back in reception, we've got Roger's chatting up Randy, saying, so Randy, you live up to your name? She's like, no, I'm dry as a nun's vagina. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, so Doug shoots the monster and they hear the gunshots, but then all of a sudden, on the sound of a gunshot, the receptionist guy stands up, pulls out a gun, and goes to shoot Roger.
What is that about?
I don't know.
That is why he's hired, mate. Right, 'cause if he hears anything kicking off, mate, he's pulling an Uzi out.
Yeah.
Not a pistol.
No.
A full-blown Uzi.
Literally
fires at the police.
Yeah. One bang, and he just, gun out.
Straight away. Gets took down by Roger.
Roger's quick reflexes.
He's got a good shot, hasn't
he? He has got a good shot, yeah.
Throughout this whole film, he's got a good aim.
He definitely doesn't have Stormtrooper aiming.
No.
By
the way, this big dude, the big biker dude, the actor who was inside the suit, during takes, he had to use an oxygen tank because he couldn't breathe.
He had that much crap on his face.
Yeah, the suit was that thick and heavy. I mean, it is quite a big suit, to be fair.
It looked disturbing. That face he had on, like you say, it's like 3 mashed up faces, yeah.
It's weird.
I love how Roger shoots the receptionist though and says to Randy, "Excuse me," and just runs off.
Runs down the corridor with his gun out.
Yeah. And then Doug's getting his ass kicked everywhere. Roger arrives, shoots the big guy in in the back a few times, does absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
This is where we see the little small puppy in the cage, waiting to be killed. But then Roger somehow in the tussle of things gets pushed into the decompression chamber.
Yeah,
and then
gets knocked back.
And then Doug gets smashed into the button, so the door's closed. And then in the background, behind the two-way mirror, someone who we don't see, we just see the hand comes down and turns the decompression chamber on.
Yeah, wearing a leather glove. I don't know why, like.
Glove.
Not let go test for fingerprints, are they?
No. They never actually go in that room to check anything, did they?
Nothing gets mentioned about it, mate.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Like, they just assume that someone turned the machine on, but how did they know as soon as the door closes, the machine doesn't just come on?
And another thing that does not get mentioned by any of the police or McNabb or anybody else is this big biker freak which is dead in the corridor.
Yeah, they don't. Even when the police come later on, they're like, what's with this guy? Like let alone the...
Nothing.
He looks like he's took 17 bullets to the chest and back. But
His
he's got 3 faces.
Yeah, 3 faces. It's a little bit weird.
Where did he even get him from? Have they melded them faces together, or was he just that distorted?
I don't know. It don't make sense, because anybody else that uses that machine, as we see, don't come back with 3 faces.
You don't. Unless you were experimenting with like 3 bodies and they just all combined into one.
So now at this point, Roger, being trapped in the room, dies.
He does.
He does. He's banging on the door for help because there's fighting with Doug. Can't get to it in time. He kills the big fat dude. And starts trying to open a room. Can't get it open in time, and then he collapses and dies.
It just surprises me that Doug never tried to, I don't know, shoot the glass. Because all he does is he just tries to elbow it or punch it or something. He doesn't once think, boom, 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 shoot the glass.
Still, that can't be good for Roger, though.
No.
When the room's being compressed of the air and then all of a sudden flicks into it.
Yeah, well, the air would rush in. But at least he'd probably still be alive. Although, would he possibly end up with like something like the bends or something from decompressurizing that quickly?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, it's probably better than being dead.
It was better than Jason Statham. He can, go down deep with no oxygen tank straight away and not suffer anything.
Oh, yeah. Statham, though, in his nails.
Yeah.
Watch that one. All his days from diving.
It is.
But the receptionist randomly now comes around the corner and tries to shoot Doug.
He's back alive.
Yeah.
Gets killed again.
Yeah.
For the second time.
I know. But maybe he didn't get shot properly in the first place. Maybe Roger's aiming isn't as good as we thought.
Could have been a shoulder or something.
It could have been. Just a flesh wound.
Just take him down a little bit.
'Tis but a flesh wound.
'Tis but a flesh wound. Rebecca shows up now along with all the other police officers after the incident of Doug. And to be fair, this scene, Doug does some really good acting.
I was about to say that, yeah.
As he sits down and explains it to Rebecca, Roger's dead.
He's just like, I can't freaking believe it. Obviously, I'm not an actor.
Really good. Really good.
Really good, yeah. The other thing as well is when Doug's trying to bang on the door for Roger, you get the view from inside there and you can hear him do it. But if there's no air in the room, how would you hear him? Anyway. Was thinking too much into it.
It's 1988. I didn't think about that.
I know, and the guy's just died in a decompression chamber.
Yeah.
You'd think there'd be an emergency stop button on there.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she goes, I want to see his body. So they go to see where Doug died, and he's dead on the floor.
Yep.
Plays a good dead guy.
Blood all over the place. No, there's no blood coming out of his eyes or his ears or anything.
No.
Head's not exploded.
No.
He's in quite good tact, to be fair. He's in quite good tact.
He is. He's in very good tact.
Bit too good condition.
Bit too good. So Doug shows her the room where the dead body was, where the big fella was. And she starts the computer up and she just automatically knows how to do it.
Straight away, she knows everything about it.
Oh, yeah. It's almost like she was in on it.
This is how they bring the people back from the dead, Doug. Why? I wonder if we've got a dead body around, we can try it on.
Let's test this.
Do you have authority by, like, the sergeant or somebody? You can use this dead body on the machine. You don't know what is.
Exactly. And the thing is, right, even just moving his body, they're messing with the crime scene there.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no other police about and they just see them guys, Rebecca and Doug, just kind of pick up Roger's body and just walk off with it and no one thinks to go, where are you going with that? What's in that room? No other police have been in that room. You'd think the police would be all over that pissing room. you'd think the fact that this shit just went down later on in the film, that would have been classed as maybe, I don't know, a crime scene.
Kind of.
And that maybe, other police officers that were all round there in the reception area would be in that room, like, checking out what's this machine and stuff. But no, they just have all access pass to it now. The machine
Technically,
turns on.
there's no crime being committed because the dead security guard's been hidden away, the biker dude's been hidden away, and Roger is not dead. So you can't say he done it for murder.
I suppose, and they are short-staffed at the moment as well because all the police died at the beginning. So
It's a bit cute to get on this machine now.
yeah. We can fuck training new officers. We can bring them all back.
Hey, bring it all back to dead. No, it's all right. They can take bullet shots and everything.
Oh yeah, ultimate
Chappie.
police. Who needs RoboCop?
Yes.
But I love when she starts up the computer. Right, she has to type in his name. Does that make a difference? What if she puts a different name in?
That's a good point, actually. I didn't clock onto that.
Patient name. Randy. No, what's his name? Roger Mortis.
Yeah.
You're like, what did he die of? Decompression.
Did it come up with that as well?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what did it die of?
She has to put in all this information, his shoe size and everything. They put the body on the table, and then Doug goes, what if he comes back as a mindless monster? She goes, well, in that case, you can shoot him in the head. I'm like, it's my best mate. My partner for life.
I've been through enough trauma as it is by watching my best friend die. And now I'm going to kill him, put him down. Bit like JCVD in fucking Street Fighter.
Oh, God. No.
What about if he turns ginger and green? Put him down.
Put him right down, no. If he starts turning green, shoot him.
It could be the same machine.
It could be.
And Bison took the machine later.
Them chemicals he were pumping into him was whatever that chemical was.
Yeah, they've used the wrong one, though, it turned him green.
Yeah. They used the green version.
Yeah, you was meant to use this type of sulfur, but you used the wrong one.
Yeah.
It's got green and ginger.
Ginger. I don't know what's worse, the fact that he was green or the fact that he was ginger.
Either way, just put him down.
Yeah, no.
It's like, come on, Kyle. He's your best friend.
Oh.
That's another one of our podcasts, by the way.
Yeah,
Street Fighter.
Go and watch that one.
It's a funny one.
But Roger is electrocuted. Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein style. Back
Yes.
to life.
He is.
And then Roger just gets up, wakes up, and he's like, you right, guys, what's going on?
I feel great.
I feel amazing.
Oh, I can remember some stuff, what's happened. Then just towards the light, as I was going towards there, loads of electric brought me back. And then McDab comes in, stumbling in.
Yeah.
He goes, Roger, I thought you were dead.
He's like, I am, lad.
And he goes, checks his heartbeat. There's no heartbeat or anything. He goes, must be broke. Do some tests down the lab.
Yeah.
What, he goes like dissecting him or something?
Take his arm off or something.
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
But she goes, Roger was dead for an hour, McNabb. And he's like, poppycock. He's faking it. It's like, all right, how are you faking not having a pulse?
Yeah.
What? Do you think it's like holding your breath? You can just stop your heart for a minute, just as a joke.
Well, David Blaine did.
Did he?
Yeah, I think he'd done something like that, one of his tricks.
Yeah.
David Blaine with the eye.
That was weird. That's a weird man.
He is very weird.
But then Becky goes, oh, you're so cold. And he goes, don't touch me. And smashes his back of his hand into some glasses, right?
Where have them glass beakers come from?
McNabb just must have just snuck them in.
Just slid that, I put them there.
Yeah, just going to leave these here, guys. I'm off.
Slices his wrist, and you can see a bit of... It looks like a vortex portal.
It does a
in his
bit, yeah.
fucking wrist.
Yeah. It's like
But there's no blood.
1980s graphics.
Where's the blood?
Well, his heart's not pumping, is it? That's the point.
Yeah, but it would still pour out a little bit, wouldn't it?
Oh,
if
I'm
you
not
get
sure.
a dead animal and you cut its fucking artery, it will still bleed a little bit. Maybe it won't pump as such, but still come out a little bit.
I don't know. But yeah, you better
He's got blood in his system. He's not been drained of his blood.
Well, no. No, unless it's just all boiled out when you decompress it out.
Operated.
I don't know. You got no blood, man.
Well, he does look pale.
He does. But yeah, he's got... But what I don't get is the back of his hand hit the glasses. Yeah,
Yep.
It looks like he's just tried to commit suicide. He slit his wrist.
A bit like that type.
I'm not sure.
Like,
But all I was thinking is it was a good job he was dead because he probably just hit an artery.
oh, he says that, doesn't he?
Yeah. I hit an artery. I should be bleeding out now. It's like, yes, you've got no pulse. You are dead. What part of this aren't you getting? Because then we cut to reception and he sat there going, I still don't believe it. Like, what don't you believe? Which part don't you believe? The fact that you literally said that you died and you went towards the light and was resuscitated by lightning when you tried to touch your body and you had an out-of-body experience? Or, I don't know, the fact that you've got no pulse, that you're fucking freezing, and you just cut your hand and an artery and no blood came out.
Yep.
So what part of this ain't you getting?
And just as he's coming to terms with it, Rebecca comes in with even more bad news.
Rebecca Killjoy.
Yeah. She goes, how bad can it be? I'm dead. Well, you might be dead, but you got between 10 and 12 hours left before your cells will start dissolving into an organic stew.
An organic stew.
And it's like,
time to go back to work then.
How does she know this?
I don't know. Well, actually, no. I think she said I've just been looking through the computer files or something. And it's like, what?
What, there's a counter on there?
Maybe.
Little timer, like now starts. Ding, 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 ding.
When the process is finished, it comes up with a little egg timer, and it's like, ding. You have this long.
You have 12 hours left before dying.
Time till stew.
So Roger's been told now that he's dead, and the only thing he wants to do is go back to work.
Yes. I need to find the guy that does this to me. First of all, how do you know it was a guy that did it to you?
Assuming genders now, are we?
We are. Well, not just
It
that.
could be a they, them.
Yes. They could be non-binary, Roger.
They could have done it. What's two people? No, they. What? Two of them? No, they. Pointing to one person.
Well, yeah, exactly. But the thing is, right, this person, this they, them, who press the button in the control room, first of all, they don't even acknowledge or see that there's a control room behind it. It's just a mirror, right? So how do they know the machine just didn't activate? Like I say, when Doug got pressed up against the button.
It's an automatic system.
And it's an automatic system, yeah. How does he know that there's someone behind? Because they never go into that room to, I don't know, look for evidence or dust for prints or anything like that. They're just like, I need to find the guy who did this to me. Well, why? Just go and empty your bank account, get a couple of hookers.
Try to live your life.
Yeah, go and steal a fast car. You know.
Go enjoy it.
Yeah, go snap your penis off into some prosy. I mean, anyway, so now we cut to the car, and Roger's saying, I feel so good I could run the Boston Marathon. And then Doug, bit of a killjoy, says, I don't think they let dead people enter, you know?
Yeah. This is on the way to Randy's house now, isn't it?
Yeah, so he pulls the mirror down and he's like, oh shit, he's starting to get lose a bit of colour, especially in his lips.
They have good chemistry, don't they, the actors?
They do.
Yeah,
They do.
I
They
like
are really good.
They're really good together.
So he's like, take me to a drugstore.
Yeah, go to a drugstore.
Yep.
Get some mulberry wine lipstick colouring.
I love Doug when he goes, oh, you picked a good colour. It really brings out your eyes.
He's just looking at him like with lipstick on that. Death stare.
He's trying to apply it in the car while Doug's driving. He's like, how do women do this? But when they arrive...
With a cock on his head.
It's like, but then they arrive at Randy's house, and Randy's trying to get into a car because she's trying to dust. And then they go up, and Roger walks up to her. He's like, where do you think you're going? And he's just there with lipstick on, and she's like, what the fuck? But Doug kind of hands him a little
napkin.
tissue,
You got a little bit too much on there, mate.
Imagine
Tone
that.
it down.
Fucking cop comes up to you, just lipstick all over his face.
Doug starts to go through Randy's handbag and comes across a VHS tape of Arthur Loudermilk.
Yes.
What name is that, Loudermilk?
I was wondering that.
And he was looking pretty sick in bed, like he's on his death door.
Yes. Who was filming him?
Ernest Butler.
Was it?
Yeah, he's very rich. They always have butlers, don't
No,
they?
but it's like the camera's at the end of the bed, and then all of a sudden it's like, right, now we need a close-up on your face. And it zooms right in on his face.
And the thing that makes me laugh with this, he's just about to tell them something important.
Yeah.
He goes, Randy, my darling, I need to tell you something really, really important.
Yeah.
Bullets start flying through the side
the
window.
Yeah. Mate, then they duck down behind furniture. That's not going to stop bullets.
No, it's really not.
No,
Mate.
it's really not. And then Roger, in all the years, 10 years he's been a cop, all the shootouts he's been in, now decides to just get shot.
We can't die now, can I?
Well, I think he just wanted to test the theory.
Yeah. 2 zombie goons come through the window as it's shot through, who also can't die from bullets.
One of them looked like a redneck, and the other one looked like a really fucked up black guy.
Really, right. The makeup on both the zombies, to be honest, was a little bit stupid.
It was a bit weird.
It was a little bit like overkill with a big putty mouth. The black guy was a little bit like Bo Selector, because the jaw looked like superimposed, like swollen.
They both looked a bit just over the top a bit, didn't they?
Yeah, I didn't like their makeup when I seen them. No.
And
good line from Doug. Remember the good old days when guns actually killed people?
Yeah. But then they run out the back door. Roger takes a few more bullets, as they do, and then the goons come into the garden. And when they come through, like for some reason, like the black guy kind of just makes this weird face, kind of comes through.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the makeup and the jaw makes it look bigger. It's a little bit like Quagmire.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Giggity giggity.
Giggity like
giggity goo.
And then all the guys are hidden now. So
Yeah.
the 2 zombie goons to try and find them. Roger's underneath the water in a jacuzzi.
Yes, with
And
the bubbles
Doug
on.
is hiding in...
Like the pool cleaning cupboard or something, innit?
Yeah, on the 2nd level.
Yeah.
So if the zombie guy knew that Doug was in there, why didn't he turn around and shoot? Shot through the door.
Shot through the door, yeah.
Killed him. But instead, he punches for it, so a little fight happens.
Yeah.
Doug gets the better of him, gets like an umbrella with like a spear. Does a 300, stabs him. Spartan kick, knocks him off the edge into the pool.
Before that, though, like Doug's like on eye level with his nuts, just going, and he just goes, "Ah, shit!" Trying to punch him in the nuts.
I forgot about that scene.
Yeah,
He probably nut shots him, doesn't he?
just like that, fucking on his nuts. Nothing.
Do you remember that scene for American Ninja? He stamps on someone's nuts and twists his foot. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Right in the knackers.
I know. But then Roger kind of comes out the water, grabs the other guy, pulls him into the water, and then throws a stereo that just happened to be on the side.
Was it a stereo?
Yeah, it was.
I thought it was a microwave. It was huge.
It was a big like boom box.
It's fucking massive.
But at first, I'm like, is that a battery powered one? Because that wouldn't electrocute him. And then I noticed that they did have a cable.
Yeah.
So they chucked that in, and he's.
Just imagine he's trying to throw this boombox into the jacuzzi, and then it stops like a foot before the water because the cable's plugged in.
Goes like that, and it just bounces back.
Oh, fuck's
sake.
Not gonna work, is it? I mean, that was some long cable, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It was about 6-7 foot that he threw it.
Good job it didn't rain, though, because she just had kept that outside all the time by the looks of it.
Yeah, switched on as well.
I know. I want a jacuzzi in my back garden.
Too much hassle.
I know. But the thing is, as well, when Doug impales that guy with, did you say it was the umbrella?
Yeah.
When he impales him and pushes him into the pool, is he dead?
Surely not.
No, because you think a little impalement and a little bit of drowning, considering Roger was under the water for 5 minutes, wouldn't do anything to him. So
the electrocution, I can give him props for that. It might work.
Yeah.
But yeah, a spear in the stomach, it's not going to do anything.
No. So I'm thinking, is he just flopping around in the water just with a big spear in and just like, let's go, guys.
Yeah.
I love
I reckon when the umbrella went through him, he opened it up. So that when he's gone down, it's like a turtle, then it can't turn over in the water. He's got this big parasol on the back of him.
Maybe.
He's like in the water.
And then 10 hours later, he just turns to stew.
Yeah, nice new colouring in the water.
Well, I love Doug goes, hey, Raj, you stayed underwater for like 5 minutes there. Can you teach my girlfriend how to do that?
That's a good little line.
You dirty bastard.
Dialogue on this film is good.
It is good.
It is good dialogue. It's written pretty well, to be fair.
It's
now,
not bad.
They come back in, and the video just pops up again for some reason. It's like it's been turned off, then turned back on.
Yeah.
And Arthur is finishing up telling her the information.
Yeah. Who turned it back on?
I don't know. But literally he goes, right now, Randy, now you know all the important information about what I'm about. I've just told you.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Let you rewind it?
I know, they don't think to just rewind the fucking video.
No.
Because all he goes, now I've told you all the information. Contact my lawyer. if you need more information or something like that. And it's like, no one thought to just grab the remote and just rewind it back.
Maybe it's like Mission Impossible. It's like 5 seconds before it explodes.
Just a beam coming out.
Yeah.
But the
Could've
thing
been.
is as well, when they do walk back in, she goes to a fish tank and she goes, "Oh, all my fish are dead. They always die." And Doug comes up and goes, "I think it was extenuating circumstances." It's like, you didn't kill them, love. It's not like you didn't care for them properly. They literally was shot. The tank was shot.
Yeah.
And she's like,
true.
"It's the blue damsels. They're my favourites."
It's always my favourites will get killed.
Thing
How
is,
many
right,
fish have you had?
well, how many fish tanks does she have? Because later on when they come back and Doug's got
In the
his-
shower?
before the shower bit, and they come back, and then Doug's kind of, well, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, but there's one there.
Yeah.
But in the shower room as well, there's
Yeah.
a fish tank in the wall.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. It's like a little
Oh, so there is
bowl,
more than
like
one.
a bowl or something in the wall.
Because later on when we see Doug, I was thinking, wasn't that fish tank shot up before?
No, it's a different one.
Arthur Loudermilk was my father.
Mm.
And where does the name James come from?
True.
Shouldn't you be Randy Loudermilk?
True. That's a good point. Unless she got married.
Well, she says Dante Pharmaceuticals was her father's think tank, where anything he had a whim, microchips and all stuff like that, and like ideas and stuff like that they came up with. I'm like, well, why is it a pharmaceutical company then?
To branch out.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Why Dante? Anyway, she tells him, she says, well, I did deliver some of them drugs to a guy in Chinatown. And they were like, yeah, we'll head to Chinatown then. And he's like, Roger, I think you need to change, mate. You look a bit bloody there. So he goes into the bathroom and he's brushing his hair.
Ah, yeah.
And as he's brushing his hair, he notices a load of hairs coming out on the brush. He puts the brush back. He opens the cabinet, puts the brush back. When he closes the cabinet, he gets a brief glimpse of himself as a zombie. We're like, yeah. And then he goes back to normal. And then he comes out dressed like a 1980s porn star.
A little bit like from Vice City.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
This, what he's wearing now,
Yeah.
behind us. Like a blue suit with a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. And then, because Doug's taking the piss going, oh, you got men's clothes here. Is that in case a random man stays over? It's like, no, it's from an ex-boyfriend.
Very, very ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. So they go to Chinatown.
Yeah, so they arrive over now at a butcher's in Chinatown and is greeted by a mean-looking naked chef who is ignoring all their questions and even chops Roger's police card in half.
Oh, that was funny. He's just chopping up ducks or chickens or something, isn't he?
Why is he topless?
I didn't notice he was. Oh, was he topless with an apron on?
Yeah.
Right, I didn't notice.
Yeah, he's like the naked chef, Jamie Oliver. A bit more, butch.
Bulkier. He looked like a sumo wrestler.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't mess with him.
He's just
Do you know his
ignoring him
name?
and he goes, we're police. What?
His name on the credits
Go on.
is actually a professor.
Really?
Yeah. It's like Professor so-and-so.
Ah.
Mm.
Would that not be like that rapper, that Professor Green, or whatever his name was?
Oh, yeah, don't think he was a real professor.
No, I mean, is it just a stage name, or do you think he is actually a professor?
I think he might have been.
Professor in chicken cutting,
Would have been.
topless cooking,
Would have been.
maybe. But yeah, it's funny that when he's chopping the chickens and Roger's trying to get his attention, going, police, dickhead, and he puts his badge down in front and he just goes, chops it in half.
Doug grabs him by the vest, pulls him closer, demanding to see the boss.
Mr.
And when he
Fool.
walks through the door with perfect timing.
Yes.
Mate, again, Captain Nemo was just waiting behind the door.
Well,
Like, okay, is it for me time to enter? Yep.
3, 2,
Hey,
1.
how you doing,
hello.
guys? You okay?
Yeah.
You okay? How are you doing? And
I
the
love
guy.
that. I was expecting him, to be like that guy from Samurai Cop when he comes out going, hello.
That waiter.
Yeah. Who killed him? Himself.
Himself. What do you mean he committed suicide? Yes.
But then he comes out from the back, they have a little chat, and then he goes, he turns a machine on above him. Now my question is, right, so this looks like a Chinese butcher shop that they come into. They have like meat for sale all around and what have you in cabinets. But then above them, they've got one of these bring you back to lifey machinies.
It looks like a chandelier.
Yeah. With it looks like a chandelier made of TV screens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, small screens.
Yeah. But then he turns it on, and I'm like, why have they got it above their shop? Just for a diversion?
By the counter.
Why would anyone have even given him this technology anyway? Unless he created it and they got it from them. But
I reckon so, because he does play a little bit of a role, doesn't he?
yeah, I suppose later when they're in the back searching, they find like some experiments, don't they? So maybe it was.
Yeah, so maybe he created it,
Yeah.
and that's why he's got it there, and he sold the information to...
The louder milk.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, guys, got to cancel the podcast now.
Yeah.
Let's give away the ending. Sorry.
But yeah, so he turns the machine on, and then every single thing that was dead in the shop comes back to life.
Literally everything.
Everything.
The fish, what were on ice, start flopping around. Eggs exploding?
Explode, yeah?
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
No, because in that logic, if eggs explode, then any eggs inside fucking Randy would explode. But then ducks and everything just start coming back to life. But not only that, a piece of liver comes back to life, rolls down the side, jumps onto Roger's face, and he's trying to face hug him like off Aliens.
Yeah, like an alien face.
Yeah.
Go give birth to a baby liver in 6 weeks' time.
Yeah, that's it. Liver. His liver will just come back to life and just pop out.
Literally a liver shot.
In the meantime, Doug's being attacked by a dead pig.
Yeah, this dead pig jumps up. Looks
Yeah.
like it's been on spit roast in like barbecue sauce for the last 12 hours.
Yeah.
Just jumps up. he turns to it and goes, "Oh, this is making me a vegetarian."
I know. But literally everything, like dead chickens with no heads on the side and just like that. All
Ducks
coming
on
back
her
to life.
hooks.
Yeah.
Let's start attacking Randy.
Yeah.
She's there like,
no.
These dead birds like flapping on her.
The thing I don't get, right?
It's weird, that bit.
Do you know
What's funny?
Do you know at the end
Yeah.
when they make a comment about you want to see what happens if you try to bring back someone who's already been revived? And
Good point.
yeah, that machine's on. Why isn't it affecting
Roger.
Roger?
Ah, yeah, it's a good point, actually.
Yeah. Why didn't he just go?
Mm.
I'll bring it up towards the end when we mention that, but
Yeah. During the chaos, Butcher swings a meat cleaver at Roger, slicing his hand in half, literally right down there.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even flinch, or he's not even phased that his hand is now sliced in half. And simply does a classic Arnie trick by wrapping it up in some kitchen cloth.
Yeah, he does, yeah. End of days style.
Yeah, end of days style.
At first, I thought he had chopped his finger off.
No,
and
he's literally right down his hand.
Yeah, it went right down, yeah.
So his hand should go.
Yeah, you think it'd just peel off or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
flopping.
goes right down. But then Doug shoots the guy, doesn't he? And he goes, "Oh, killed him with one bullet." And he goes, "Not everyone's a zombie, Doug."
So technically, he should still come back from dead.
Well, you'd think that. That's what I was going to say then, yeah. So he just shot him. Wouldn't he come back to life?
In theory, yeah.
And then when they think everything's kind of calming down, there's banging on the freezer door.
The big walk-in freezer.
The big walk-in freezer. The freezer bangs open and a bloody dead cow comes out with no head.
It's a bull.
Is it a bull?
Yeah, it's a huge bull. It's got no head. It's been skinned. It's got no hooves. It's got no organs, because obviously it's all been sliced in half.
It's like just a carcass going round with the legs in it. There's nothing like in between and there's no head.
Yeah. Now, how did that get brought back to life when it was in a different room?
Good shout.
Technically, it shouldn't be affected. And why was that the only thing in the freezer?
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. It shouldn't have been affected. Does that mean that anyone like kind of in the shop next door or anything, if there's anything dead in there, it'd suddenly come back to life? But not only
Possible.
that, even if it did come back to life, wouldn't it be frozen?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have like tried to move and just shatter or break?
It's more of like a chiller style freezer.
Yeah, maybe. But then it comes out. But didn't you mention about noises?
Yeah, so it starts making some noises as it jumps up at Roger.
Yeah.
And it's making like wheezing noises, but it's got no head or lungs.
No.
But then same with the ducks. The ducks and the chickens are all making noises. And the pig. Now, they've got no organs.
No.
So how are they making their noises?
No idea. They've not, like you say, they've not got any air to brush out to make a noise.
Yeah.
They didn't think that far through. I think they just thought, we need to put some chicken and duck noises in. Quack, 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 cluck, 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 and moo.
Pretty much, yeah. It was a bit like Old MacDonald.
But then it looks like Old MacDonald had a farm.
E-I-E-I-O, with a dead bull here and a dead goat there.
Dead Bull rhymes with Red Bull.
Yeah.
But we drink Monster in these parts.
Monster.
Yeah. But so the cow or bull tries to pretty much
get its way with Roger.
Sodomize Roger.
Yeah, Roger in Roger.
Yeah, it does. Roger's in right there.
But luckily, Doug's there with a little claw, like a little meat hook thing.
That thing must weigh a lot, and he just manages to hook it and then shift it like it was made of polystyrene.
Pulls it over, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Loses its balance.
And then,
Because it doesn't have a head to keep it balanced.
and now Roger's lying on his back. He kind of finally notices the machine above them and decides to shoot them. And then, luckily, all the chaos stops.
Yep. Now, this is one of the best lines in the movie.
Yeah.
When Randy comes over, this is what I was talking about before. It's
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
she says it. It's like, Roger, you're hurt. Your hand's like sliced in half. He goes, lady, I'm fucking dead.
Yeah. And
Class.
she's like, you don't have to be so rude.
Yeah, that's what we're asking you. Fucking hell, lass.
Don't ask stupid fucking questions.
Now, in the back room, they find a little circuit board with a duck's head attached, along with some paperwork containing people's initials who've recently died, including Arthur's.
Yes.
Again,
Never stretch that IQ 3000, isn't it?
oh, yeah. Again, Arnie, end of days.
Yeah.
Works it all out,
Yeah.
no problems.
Yeah. Just from a couple of
But this
missiles.
circuit board, again, the duck wouldn't be making noise
No, he wouldn't.
because it's literally just a head, but it's quacking.
Even has to close its beak, doesn't it, to shut
Yeah.
it
It goes,
up? Maybe add a little air pump in it just so it could talk.
could have been. Who
So-
knows?
Next thing is he heads to the library.
Yep.
In the car, she's stitching Roger's hand up.
Reading the obituaries.
Obituaries, yeah.
Can't say that word.
And then they find a pattern of recently deceased rich people, which I don't really get because nothing's really mentioned.
One of them's like the Denim King or some shit.
Yeah, but I mean, he kind of hinted it later on that they've been killing dead people to get their fortune and stuff. But how did they expect to get the fortune if they killed them? I don't quite get that.
I think. Well, I'll explain that a little bit later on when
Yeah.
he does his speech.
But so Roger looks at the clock and starts getting a bit freaked out because he suddenly realises he's running out of time, and he goes, "I'm the husband of nobody, the father of none. I've wasted my life." Yeah, well, it was your idea to come back to work as soon as you died, dickhead.
Bro, that run,
Mate, the casual run.
it's a
through the
slow
library.
motion run. He's like, running through the
Yeah.
library.
He runs, and then Doug catches up with him, and he goes, "Oh, that was quite a run, Roger." And he's like, "No, it wasn't. He literally just flailed through the library, going, oh."
It was like one of them runs when you come up to a zebra crossing and the car stops for you. It's like your half-assed run just to be a little bit quicker, but you're not really moving any quicker than walking.
No, it's just like a little fast walk. Like you're doing the motions of a run, but like you say, still walking.
Yeah.
He was like that through the library, and he's just like, and then he just pulls up, and then he's like, "Oh, I feel so depressed, Doug." And Doug runs, "Roger, oh, that was a hell of a run." Like, dude, I barely run. But then Doug starts giving him a pep talk, saying, "You remember, when we were in the academy, and they say, what is it? You can
either be a dead cop or a good cop.
Yeah.
Or you can't be a good cop if you're a dead cop.
Yeah. And then
He's like, let's prove them wrong.
It's proven wrong. You can be good and dead
Yeah.
because you're a good cop. And you did. Get it?
Did. Back at the mortuary,
Yeah.
the women get their claws out with each other. What's with the
my-
hostility?
Oh my God.
They're
Literally.
literally cat clawing each other.
It's like, I was supposed to be the only woman in this film.
Yeah, it's like, never woman. What did you tell me, director?
I know. It's the only time the women ever freaking interact, and they're absolute arses with each other.
Completely.
Because Randy walks in like she's got a stick up her ass, and she goes, "Randy James, this is Rebecca Smithers. She's a mortician here." She goes, "You work here?" He goes, "Yeah." She goes, "Yeah, she's a really good pathologist and all stuff like that." And she's like, "Ugh, you've got a better job than me. I don't like this. You're a career woman too. This is the 1980s. You should be home with the kids."
She gives us like shit back as well.
I know. But they're so bitchy to each other. Even Doug goes, "Oh, did it just suddenly get cold in here?"
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was meant to be in the script.
I know.
He's like,
I know.
"Eesh."
I think they weren't supposed to
Cool,
act
don't
like
they?
that together. They just really didn't like each other.
That comes across like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Real does.
There are some women out there who don't like other women, so.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
Oh.
There's a lot of bitchiness.
Oh, I know.
That's it.
I know.
Rebecca goes over the vitals for Roger,
Yes.
and she tells him she's got some good news, and then tells him he's got maybe 46 hours left. She got it wrong originally for time scale.
Yeah. You say 46 then?
426.
I was going to say it wasn't that long, was it?
No, but originally it was like between 10 and 12, so he would have had about 9 hours left, give or take. She goes, yeah, it's between 4 and 6.
But Roger's definitely looking a bit worse for wear now. He's starting to lose colour, getting black under his eyes. And when she tells him to sit down on the cabinet, open his shirt, and he opens it up, and he's like all grey with bullet holes.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like, she starts kind of recording it through the microphone.
That's doing an autopsy.
Yeah. And he's like, do you have to talk to the mic while we're doing this? But then she says, I think I found some things that might extend your life a little bit. You want to have a look at him? He's like, no, I'm still at work. I don't finish for 4 hours. But you'll be stew by then. Yeah, well, I still want to get paid. Like,
Yeah. What, get paid? Give it to who?
I know. And then she quite rightly has a go at him about going back to work. When you go back to work, what are you doing? I'm here for you. Fuck me before your dick falls off.
So it doesn't fall off in me.
Yeah. Do it now while you still look almost human.
She does care for him.
But they decide that they're going to go to Loudermilk's grave.
Yeah, so they've come up with a plan where Roger and Randy are going off to visit Arthur's grave, whilst Doug will meet at Arthur's lawyers and then meet back at Randy's once he's done.
Yes. We don't see anything about him going to the lawyers.
No.
But as they're leaving, McNabb comes up and taunts Roger, and Roger goes, I've just come to reserve my body bag.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite funny.
Yeah, he goes, ha, yeah, don't worry about it, just drives off.
And
But we noticed the reg plate reading Body Dock.
Body Dock.
Remember that one, guys. How far away is this graveyard, by the way? Because it's in the middle of the day when they left.
Yeah.
Rebecca told him he's got between 4 and 6 hours left. And now it's night time.
Yeah.
It's the middle of the night.
And he's starting to look a bit worse when they get there as well.
He is.
The daft thing is, right, this grave, what kind of fucking grave is it? It looks like a small mansion when they arrive there.
That was a crypt.
Yeah, they got like big pillars outside, and he shoots his way in, when she goes, isn't that illegal? And he's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm dead.
I'm dead. What are you going to do? Put me on death row?
I know. I know. This
Or
isn't
melt in
half
the chair.
past dead. I'll put you on death row for nothing. But yeah, and then when they get into the crypt, why is there a table with a phone on and a lamp and a chair and all stuff? Because at first I thought, his house.
Yeah, it had a house feel to it.
Yeah.
It definitely did. And I think it was, I don't know if it might have been like a family tomb, because he had his own like little compartment where he was locked in, because he tried it and he's like, yeah, it's definitely secured, he's a way in there. And then they go into the middle section of it, and like you say, there's a desk, a phone, lampshade. But on the lampshade, he notices a couple of digits, like a code.
Who put that there?
Well, we'll find out, don't we?
Well, yeah, but I don't get why they put it there. Is he trying to give the game away or something? Or?
I think so, yeah.
It didn't make any sense, that number thing. Cause,
I think in case it gets double-crossed.
right. But it looks like it's written out in blood as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, 'cause it's red.
Yeah.
Or Mulberry wine lipstick.
Maybe someone else is trying the old lipstick trick.
Could have been.
But then Roger then says to her, so are you, what's the script with you in this Loudermilk? Because I notice on the front it says beloved husband, but it mentions nothing about a beloved daughter. And that's when she goes, oh, well, we met when he was in hospital. I was in drug rehab. He took me under his wing, gave me a job as the PR of a pharmaceutical company.
What, to a crackhead? And
gave her a house. Do you think she was loudering up his milk?
While she's on the pipe.
I think so.
She's on his pipe at the same time, smoking too.
She's smoking his pipe, yeah. Playing with the bowls, his old saggy ones. There must have been something else going on there, because you don't just pick up a random bird in hospital and say, you know what, I'm going to make you head of my PR and I'm going to buy you a house as well.
Yeah, I'm going to trust you with my business.
Yeah.
The reputation.
Some crack addict. Well, we don't know what drug she was on, but she said she was in drug rehab.
But the house is going to be sold straight away for more gear.
Exactly.
Straight away.
Exactly.
Maybe ET shits in the corner from her friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think it's the best thing to do. Give a crack at a house.
It's the best thing to do to get a drug addict to work at a pharmaceutical company.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, Rebecca's like, yeah, they've ordered 50 kilograms of this drug, but also There's lots of poppy seeds and
Ketamine.
Ketamine's been ordered in a truckload.
Yeah.
Why have they got 200 kilograms of fucking ketamine?
Yeah.
She's that.
I know. I promise Arthur, I'm not on the drugs, I swear to God.
Do you want a cheeseburger?
You want a cheeseburger, man? Man, I'll suck your dick. But then they head back to Randy's house.
I did not expect this bit.
How did they not see it?
What? Doug dead, upside down, inside a fish tank?
Yeah, with his
sleeping
head in
with
a
a fish,
fish tank.
literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see that happening.
No. So they walk in. They can't turn the lights on for some reason. The lights have gone, but the telly's still on. And then when she walks over to the telly, it's like it's some weird program about some guy talking about, like a black and white TV program about some guy talking about how he's dead to some woman. And then she turns around and sees a big fella, as you can see from the background picture.
Quite a big fella.
Doug Bigelow is a big fella, hanging upside down, head in the fish tank. And you expect me to think that you didn't notice that as soon as you walked into the living room? That's
Big
literally
silhouette.
That's literally, as soon as you walk in, the first thing you're going to do is go, what the fuck is that?
What is that in the corner?
A literal body hanging upside down. And then they're like, she goes, oh, Roger, that's Doug. And he goes, oh, let's get him down then. He takes it very well. This is where I thought, well, wasn't that fish tank shot up to fuck? But obviously she had more than one.
Yep. And then this next scene also caught me off guard.
Yes.
Because Randy's gone for a little shower.
Yes.
And you're thinking, oh, them two will go get it on now. 'Cause she's just wearing nothing but a towel.
Yeah, well,
drying her hair.
Roger walks in for a quick peep.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I lied. I wasn't on ketamine or anything. No, I was on this other drug that's been ordered from the pharmaceutical company because I'm dead.
I'm dead. He says, I'm actually dead and I was kept alive by Loudermilk Spunk. She was in hospital with him, but she was dead. And he must have gone through... All I can think is he went down to like the morgue in the hospital, opening the drawers up, going, ooh, Fizz, bring that one back to life, please.
She's got cracking legs. Can't do much about the face.
No. If you're looking at her, start from the ankles. Work your way up. So, but then she said, he said that I would have a normal lifespan as long as I helped them. So maybe that drug that they're ordering then, like you said before, is something to do with keeping them alive once they've been brought back to life.
I think so.
And
that's why Arthur says to her about she's so special to him.
Yeah.
She might be one of the first ones to be successfully kept alive.
Maybe. Now she's stopped helping them. She's obviously not getting a daily dose of the good stuff.
Yep, Arthur.
Yeah, daily dose. Arthur died and I can't milk him anymore. That is a weird name though, Loudermilk.
It is.
There's a TV program called Loudermilk as well. Yeah, on Netflix.
Never seen it.
I've seen some episodes of it. Yeah. Anyway, we get a good shot. I thought it was a good shot of she's looking at her hand and it just starts to decay right in front of us. I thought that was a good like little special effect.
Her arm falls off.
Her face starts to stroke.
Yeah, basically a stroke.
Her face just starts to melt like he was putty in the sun. And then, like you say, her arm falls off, and for some reason she starts steaming.
Yep.
Randomly. And then her head falls off.
Rolls around, starts talking.
Yeah.
When she's got no lungs or anything.
No, it must be part of the death program. Death bringing people back.
You can still talk for an extra 15 seconds after you die.
Yep. So she manages to go, I'm so sorry, forgive me,
as it
forgive
goes,
me. Yeah, as all the skin just melts away, and Roger's just like, huh. So that just happened.
He's not phased, is it?
No.
What face is this guy?
I don't know. Everyone around him is literally dying. He's dead. And he's just like, Tuesday.
Oh, no, not you again.
Huh. All I'd be thinking is that what's going to happen to me? Because that looked fucking terrible.
Yep. It looks really bad.
They weren't lying about the stew. They were not lying.
Literally, she's melted on the floor now. Roger tries to warn Rebecca regarding Doug and Randy's death, but only gets through to the voicemail.
Yeah.
Then with the numbers found on the lampshade, it spells body doc.
Yeah, so he somehow looks at the numbers on the phone. So obviously you have ABC on number 2, you have so on. Like you used to text back in the day. And he figures out that it's that code. And it's like, that was a bit of a long shot.
I think it was quite good detective work.
But yeah, it works out that it says body doc. So now, to the morgue! So he heads to the morgue and he's looking very sick now.
Yeah, very sick indeed, mate.
He's starting to look very zombie-ish. So he confronts McNabb with a gun.
Yep.
And he says, "You're the one that killed me, you bastard.
I'm going to get you."
I'm here to get my revenge."
Turns out he's been sending these little zombie thugs to jewelry stores,
Yeah.
getting all the diamonds, etc. He's got a nice little diamond ring.
But he mentions about these other people that they read the obituaries of earlier, all these rich people
Denim
that
King.
died recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I still don't get how they come into it. Have they died and brought them back to life?
Yeah.
Right.
And I'll explain that as well
Oh, right. Okay.
later on. I can't
so,
give it away just yet.
So then Roger's giving his speech about how he killed him, and McNabb's been a very, very bad boy. He chastises him. He gets a newspaper and twats it on his nose and what have you. And then he goes to shoot him.
And then in steps the cast of Thriller.
Yeah.
What was he wearing?
I don't know.
I was expecting Michael Jackson to start moonwalking like.
They must have been filming Thriller next door.
Literally, it was the cast of Thriller.
But they stop him literally just before he's about to shoot McNabb. So
Yep.
nick of
Save him.
time.
Literally in the nip of time.
And then Thule comes in and goes, "Hello.
How would you like the body to be disposed of?
How would you like me to kill him by himself?" He doesn't actually talk like that, by the way. He talks like a normal fucking person, but he just gave me that vibes of that guy.
Really much, mate. So what they do, they lock him inside an ambulance, which has been modified so he's
It's
soundproof.
Yeah. So they're like, "We're just going to lock you in here so you can just melt away. You probably only got about an hour left, so you go ahead and melt in there. This is soundproof, so don't try. Make as much noise as you want, fella."
Yep.
Oh, by the way, we left you a little present in there.
Yep, handcuffs him to the gurney.
Yeah.
And then there's a body on the gurney. Who could this possibly be? Lifts off the thing, goes, it's Rebecca.
Again, he's just like, "Oh, you're right, Rebecca." And he goes, "I always thought we'd end up together."
No, you are technically.
Yeah.
Now, this is another good scene, which is quite good. So using his detective skills,
Yes.
his 500 IQ,
Yep.
stretches across with his foot, knocks off the parking brake, then the ambulance rolls 2 feet into a parked car. Luckily, that car had parked up on top of a hill as well,
Yes.
with no handbrake on.
With no handbrake on, yeah.
Because that could have been very differently.
I know. And somehow, pumping into the other car, puts the sirens on.
Yep, puts the sirens on. He's now free rolling down the hill, picking up some good speed, and then smashes into a car right down at the bottom. Huge explosion for some reason.
He goes, it's like a pickup truck in it with like a big like box on the back of it. He smashes straight into the back of there. And like you say, they must have been transporting C4 or something.
There must have been.
But
What's the next Chuck Norris film?
yeah. I love though when he's coming down the hill and he's like, "Woo, yeah, come on, woo, yeah," and he's like proper loving it.
He's loving it, mate. I was expecting him to crash and like go flying through the window,
yeah.
with his hand like ripped off or something.
I thought that's what was going to happen.
No, he gets blown up, and then it's only meant to have 45 minutes left. By the way, right, 45 minutes left. It's literally 2 hours later. Full fire brigade have turned up. Paramedics. He's in a body bag.
The 2 remaining police officers that are left on the force.
Yeah, that's it. So unzips himself, gets out, and I quite like the makeup on this bit as well. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
It reminded me of like the Terminator in some ways.
Yeah. Because half his
with
face
half
is all
the face,
melted.
like,
His
kind of
hair's all
melted,
over the place.
Yeah.
Gets out of the body bag. 2 of the people are like, Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell's going on here?
And then the cop comes over, pulls out a gun and goes, "Freeze!" And he walks over and goes, "Hi, I'm a police officer." And this is what I was talking about before. It's like, so you just flashed the badge, no ID part, just the badge. And then he says to the cop, "I'm going to need your gun." And the cop goes, "Oh, okay then."
And your bike.
What? Yeah. "I need your boots and your motorbike
I need your boots, your leather jacket.
and your
You can-
motorcycle."
Let's go.
Yeah, but I don't care. He might have found that badge on the floor or something.
Yeah.
He should not. He's just caused a massive pile up. He might have just killed a few people.
Oh, quite a few people died in that, yeah.
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 And then he woke up burnt. You wouldn't. A zombie's walking towards you, burnt up face, and he goes, "I'm Police Detective Mortis," and shows him badge, and he'd be like, "I don't care if you're fucking Jesus H. Christ or fucking Pope Leo. I'm still not giving you my fucking gun."
Yep.
So he steals the motorbike, rides off up the hill.
Yep.
Like something out of, like, say, Terminator. Now we cut to Dante Pharmaceuticals now.
Yep.
And McNabb is now having a meeting around the UFO/resurrection machine. And it turns out that, in case you haven't guessed it, ladies and gentlemen, Arthur Loudermilk's alive!
He is.
Woo!
Now, this is where I can explain to you.
Yeah, go on.
So he's giving a little bit of a speech to all these rich people,
Yes.
right? And now, every single rich person, the deal is, I'll bring you back from the dead and you can live for eternity, but I want half of your wealth.
Yes. So has he done that to these other people already?
Yeah. Yeah.
So is this like a second meeting he's having?
Yeah, with other rich people.
Yeah. Right, okay.
Yeah. But why is it being broadcasted to the security team on the front desk?
I was wondering that.
And what is the camera guy just following him around?
I was wondering that too. It's got zoomed in, and like you say, it's following around. So there's a camera crew in there with them randomly. Which, if I was having a secret meeting and I was like, I'd be like, Arthur, yeah, what's with the film crew?
What's for the security guards and
Yeah.
everybody else who wants to watch?
They asked if they could watch. They asked very nicely.
I mean, it's meant to be a high security, top secret meeting.
Yeah.
You got it broadcasting throughout the whole building.
Exactly. But now you mention it, one of the security guards, when it cuts to that, does say, "Oh, he's milking another load of people out of money or something like
He's
that."
one of the worst actors.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand what he said at first. I had to look back in titles.
He said something like that, though, don't he?
Go,
Like,
what?
No.
I mean, I stumble my words all the fucking time because of my headphones, to be honest with you. But that guy didn't have an excuse.
No, he really didn't. What I want to know, right, is like, if they died,
Yeah.
right, and then brought back to life, how are they going to get their money anyway? Because by all public record, same with Arthur, he's dead.
They probably do it in the will before dying.
Like, give it to a random person and they come back with a fake identity or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, or just transfer it all over.
Right.
So Arthur's probably got like different pseudonyms, hasn't he?
Yeah, different aliases and all stuff like that. But they're going on about poor people are supposed to die. We're rich and God wants us to live forever. And if he doesn't, we'll just pay him off. All right, then.
Yep. Roger is now outside with his bike.
Mate, this is
Watch that a little bit then.
stupid. Out of all this film that I've seen so far, this is the most unbelievable bit.
You reckon?
With the chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So full throttle, straight at the little bike chain.
It's a little like metal link chain going across with a little sign on it saying no entry or something like that, no
Yep.
admittance. And somehow the bike plows into that, and rather than that snapping, he flies through the air.
Yep, onto his back, through
Yep.
the glass window, slides like 20 feet. Cracking shot, though, mate. Bang, bang. Kills
Oh,
the
yeah.
2 security guards, who immediately pick up guns, smash on the window, start firing oozes, and he starts walking through the corridor like fucking Schwarzenegger on bloody
Oh, yeah.
Terminator. Every single guard have got the gun out ready to shoot. There's one guy sitting on a chair,
Yeah.
gets up, goes to shoot. There's a guy, he walks behind, turns around, points his gun at him to shoot. That talk about like shoot first, ask questions later.
Well, they probably heard all the gunshots coming up, though, hadn't they?
Oh, why's the guy just like got his back to him? Or sat down? Why not get prepared?
I know. You'd think he'd like you say, hide behind the corner or something, or
Yep.
get ready to ambush him. But yeah, there is literally one guy sat down. Yeah.
He takes off
Good shout.
the ammo belts and these SMGs
Yes.
from the
yeah.
guards.
Yeah, yeah. So he takes them, but we find out in a minute. But why does one of them have a nade?
I don't know. But this scene now, as you're saying, just before he uses the nade, this has got to be one of the best shootouts in recorded history.
What, when they're just shooting at each other?
Literally, they're as far as from me and you are now.
Yeah.
And they've just got unlimited ammo in their SMGs. Both of them are zombies. And we're just shooting each other heads in full clips into each other. Ah! He stumbles back, the security guard, into the decompression chamber.
yeah.
He throws a hand grenade in.
I love that, though. It's like, at this point, when he turns up on the bike, he just doesn't give a shit anymore, does he?
No, just goes for it.
He's like, fuck it. And like, I'm wondering, because did this film come out before Terminator? Because I wondered
Yeah, it
if
would've
like
been, yeah.
Cameron maybe got a bit of inspiration from it, because the way he just walks
88.
through,
Yeah.
he's just like boom, 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 taking shots, boom, boom, just doesn't give a fuck. But no, that bit when they're shooting each other, I was thinking they're just going to see who disintegrates first with bullet holes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's great.
It
loved
was.
it.
It was funny. And then when he goes
Blood
in there,
just everywhere.
and the way he just casually, he's just like, doesn't give a shit. Guy goes in, and the way he just gets the nade off the belt and just goes, meh.
And when he opens the door for the labs, you see body parts just flying behind him.
Yeah. As it explodes open.
Loudermilk's like, oh, what's going on? Kill him, what's going on?
I love that when the McNabb looks at Thule and goes, kill him! And then now Thule the whole time has been sat there with a fucking Uzi on his lap because he just goes, because Roger walks in, he goes, nobody get up. Don't worry, everyone, nobody get up. He stands up, he shoots him, and he goes, told you not to get up. But yeah, he's just been sat there the whole meeting with an Uzi, just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Sitting on his lap, not hiding it.
No, really not.
Another zombie security guard's there. He gets thrown into electric cables by Roger.
Does that not fuck the machine up? You think it would?
I reckon it would have, yeah.
But McNabb is just before this. Sorry, they're showing an example, aren't they? And there's a body on the table. So anyway, as he throws that guy in, he goes. McNabb turns the machine on. The body wakes up. It turns out it's Doug.
Yes.
He brought Doug back to life, but he's been dead too long, so his brain's fucked up. And he goes, "Kill this guy, would you?
Kill this guy, would you?
Kill this guy, would you?
Kill this guy, would you?" As he starts walking towards Roger, picks him up. The looker's been pumping iron.
Yeah.
Lifts him up with one hand. His guns are bulging like this fucking Carl Weathers from bloody Rocky.
Yeah. Or that Arnie scene when he does that
Predator.
with Arnie.
Like,
Predator.
So he picks him up there. And he's like, "I'm your friend. I'm your best friend. Do you not remember me?" He's like, "Kill him, would you?" Keeps repeating the same sentence.
And he's like, "What?" He goes, "Doug, do you realise we both got the same death day? We can have a death day party. Remember the lipstick?"
He brings out your eyes. He's like, Roger.
Yeah, Rog.
Yeah, what are you doing here, Rog?
And then I love when he turns around and Rog goes, "Do us a favour, Doug. Kill him, would you?"
So the starts coming in now, don't they, to McNabb, one on the left, one on the right. He starts shooting them. Obviously, they can't die because they're both zombies.
Yeah.
And McNabb goes, "Well, fuck you. You're not killing me."
Yeah.
Blows his own head off. Yeah. Roger's like, "No.
You robbed
This is
me.
all I wanted. This is all I wanted.
I've stayed at work all day so I can kill you. Jesus, this is what I wanted."
I could have been out robbing cars, living life like GTA, but no. I stuck to it. I stayed on the clock."
Robbed me. But I love how all the way through this, Loudermilk's just there in the background going, "No!" Just every now and then it'll cut to him and he'll go, "No, shoot him, kill him, what you doing? Oh, not the machine."
Here's one for you.
Well,
So, in the budget, they only had the actor who played Loudermilk for 3 hours.
oh yeah.
And they didn't get it all filmed in time.
Yeah.
So the guy stayed on for longer, like a couple more days for free.
Oh, Vincent Price.
Yeah.
All right.
It's obviously quite expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, he stayed, helped out for free of charge through a lot of it.
Good of him.
Yeah, really was. Well, let's say he's got the money, he's old, he's not really asked about money anymore, is he?
No. I bet he, like, doing all his speeches and stuff about dying and all stuff like that, probably felt a bit close to home at that point in his life.
Yeah, he's like, "This machine, can you give it a try in real life on me?"
Does it actually work?
Yeah, I'm at 87 already.
Yeah.
Not got long.
But then they decide to put McNabb's body into the machine. They resurrect him. And then this is where he says to Doug, Doug, did I say Doug? When he says to Doug, "Do you want to see what happens when you resurrect someone twice?" And they resurrect him twice and he blows to bits. And this is what I was saying earlier on in Chinatown.
Yep.
Because now we know that Randy was also brought back and so was Roger. Why, when that machine was turned on, why didn't they just explode to pieces as well?
Should have.
Yeah.
Certainly should have.
But then as they're walking out, Loudermilk's going, Don't destroy the machine. I will show you how to stay alive forever and I'll give you as much money as you want and all stuff like that." I'd been like, "Yeah, fucking deal."
Fucking right, mate.
I'll be like, "Yeah, whatever."
I mean, technically, would it cure Roger or would he be staying looking like he is for the rest of his life? Because his body might be that too deteriorated.
Well, it's better than turning into stew, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, to be honest.
Or would he be like, remember that film Death Becomes Her?
No.
No, remember that one with, is it Meryl Streep? Someone and Goldie Hawn and Bruce Willis. When they take that serum that'll make them live forever. There's a famous scene when she shoots her with a shotgun and she's got a big hole in the middle.
Oh, is that the one where they fall down the stairs and the red's like the wrong way around and shit?
Yeah. And she
I
gets
knew you
up.
were about.
Yeah.
I used to love that film actually as a kid.
Yeah, Death Becomes Her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Didn't have a clue what you're on about at first.
because they both die after they took the serum, they start turning grey, and they get Bruce Willis's character, who's married to one of them, who's a plastic surgeon. So they have to spray them with paint all the time.
I can't remember much about it. Just remember that bird falling downstairs and red was like the way around.
It's the other way around. Yeah.
Yeah, not a bad film actually.
No, it's good. It's good. Classic 90s film.
Yeah,
But anyway, I would definitely take that deal though.
but they don't.
No,
Turn around, destroy the
especially
machine.
if I was Doug.
Oh, Doug's got better, worth more, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, he's only just been brought back, and he's only been shot like twice. Not like Roger, which is been shot like a million times. I don't know how that guy's even still up straight.
Yeah, hell to the other bad gaffer tape.
If he leaned over too far, he'd split in two.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
But then they leave the room. They tell Loudermilk to go fuck himself. The machine blows up, doesn't it?
Yep.
And then they walk out together.
I quite like this ending.
Do you?
Walking down the corridor, it's all misty and white, bright light in there.
Yeah.
So it's like they're walking into heaven.
I
As they're
doubt
talking.
it'd be that upbeat once Doug watches Roger in like a 10 minutes time melt into a stew.
It's probably less than 10 minutes, to be honest
Probably
with you.
less than 10.
It's
Probably
like
before
40
they've left the
seconds.
building.
Yeah.
Just be talking like that, and I'll go, Rog, where are you? Just looks behind, and there's just a puddle of Roger.
Like slime has been
Yeah.
there.
That's
Like, wrong film. And that is it.
Yes.
End credits.
All right, thank you for if you're still tuned in at this point, please hit that like and subscribe.
Yes.
At this point in the film, we're going to reveal the results of the clip quiz, and we're going to give out some awards. Do you want to let everyone know what the awards are?
Yep, so we've got several awards if you want to play along for our next film that we're going to be recording over on YouTube. If you go to the community section, we'll put up what we're going to be recording next. So in the comment section, you can put, like, for an example, the awards that we give out are Best Actor, Best Character, Worst Character, Hot Babe Award, 3 Things You Liked, and your rating out of 10.
Yes.
And we will read them if you leave it there.
Please do.
So make sure you play along if you want to, play along.
Yeah. You're going to be in it to win it, not that there's a
That's
prize.
it, exactly.
Not that there's a prize.
Clip quiz.
Yes.
Face some hard truths tonight, Billy.
Dad, do we have to do this with Captain Dipshit here?
You were brought up with every advantage. I bought you everything. Toys, cars, vacations, clothes.
Actually, I stole this shirt from Frank.
Quick one.
Yep.
If I didn't put the name Billy in there, would you have got it?
Maybe. But I kind of feel like kid needs to, I don't know, go back to school and resit every grade of school to maybe inherit his dad's fortune.
Could be.
Yeah.
What film is it?
Billy Madison.
Billy Madison, indeed.
Yeah. But I've not seen that film in about 20 years.
I can't remember any of it.
I remember some of it.
Honestly, I can't remember a single thing.
I think it might be the first Sandler film I ever come across.
Yeah.
That and The Waterboy.
I think it's one of his first ones anyway.
Yeah.
Waterboy was great
Oh,
back in
Waterboy.
the day. Great one.
Gatorade.
Right.
H2O.
Let's give the awards out. First
Yeah.
one, King Kong.
Yeah, is he?
You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Now, normally, we do have a little figurine of King Kong.
Top vinyl of
But it's behind our green screen right here.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Do you want me to go first?
Yes.
I've gone for Treat Williams and Roger.
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 I've gone for the best actor
Yeah, best
is
actor.
Doug.
Have you?
And it's mainly because of that scene when he discovers that Roger's dead.
That's a good shout.
Because it's really emotional, that scene.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I just put Treat, the main man himself, Roger Mortis.
Yeah.
I thought he did an alright job.
And next up, the worst actor.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
AKA the Golden Seagull. This is the award right here. My 3-year-old lad's kind of broke the bottom of it, so it keeps coming off.
You need to ban him from the studio.
Oh, I need to glue it, really. But yeah, this is our Golden Seagull, and it will be getting sent out to who?
Well, I picked Mel Stewart, who played the police captain.
I've gone for the same.
Have you?
Yeah, really bad.
Ooh.
And a lot of it was because, obviously, the information that we figured out, like, he couldn't remember a single line.
It wasn't so much about that. I just thought he was just absolutely terrible. He was just
Yes.
a cliche at that point.
Massively
Yeah.
cliche. Best character.
I've gone for Doug Bigelow.
Doug, I've gone for Roger.
Have you?
Yeah,
That's why I didn't put him as best actor, because I
thought so.
I really liked him as a character. He was funny, bit of comic relief.
Worst character.
I put Loudermilk.
Yeah.
I thought he was pretty shit, to be fair.
Yeah, he was pretty shit, to be
I
fair.
kind of get, because he was Vincent Price, I kind of get that they just wanted him on board to kind of sell the film, where they could have just left the bad guy as McNabb.
Big name back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a real big name. I've gone for the security guard.
Have you?
Yeah. Because, like I say, he sat there just reading the Playboy magazine, don't really do anything
that one.
about
I thought
it.
you meant the one watching the telly.
But then he's there again later on. He gets shot again, doesn't he? And he's the one who gets shot like loads of times.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah, I think it was him. But there's a couple of scenes that he was in where he was pretty shit. Like the character-wise, not acting.
Yeah, it was just the character was a bit shit. Like the fact that you've got your receptionist reading Playboy right in front of him, or Penthouse, whatever it was. And then the slightest little bang. What if someone had just popped a pack of crisps or something and he just gets straight up, goes to shoot a copper in your reception?
Yeah.
Not a great advertisement for your business, is it?
Hot Babe.
Hot Babe. I've gone for the bird who plays Smithers, Rebecca.
I was thinking of her, but I've gone for Randy.
I thought she was nicer than Randy. Although Randy a bit later on, when she's like before she melts in the shower, she's all right. But yeah, I thought Becky had it all the way through. If I had to choose,
I think it was the smoking that put me off.
Oh, in the office.
Yeah, she sat there in an office just smoking. You can tell it's the 80s, can't you?
Well, yeah.
You see that. 3 things you liked about the film.
So I liked when the goon gets crushed by the car outside the jewelry store. I thought that was a cracking scene.
That was really
I
good.
liked Roger getting raped by the cow. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
And then overall, just like the special effects in it, I thought, considering they're in the 80s and they're all practical effects, there were a few computer generated stuff, but generally, I liked it. I thought it was good. I think they should.
Yeah.
I still think they should use more practical effects nowadays.
Mine's quite similar to yours, to be fair.
Yeah.
I've gone for the Chinese butcher scene.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing where everything was coming to life. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it. I was like pissed myself laughing.
It was a bit random.
I like the fact of the opening scene crash.
Yes.
That was good. The way they did on the makeup and the effects, etc. Then the third one was a good old classic action 80s film.
Yeah.
It just had good nostalgia to it.
Comedy with a bit of horror thrown in, 80s nostalgia, yeah, definitely.
And don't take it too serious with everything, or politics and all that shit.
It is
good.
one of them. It's another one of them where it's a definition of it's so bad it's good, which it's not really even that bad. It's filmed quite well. The acting's quite well. Everything. It's not an Oscar-worthy film, but it's definitely entertainment, and it's.
What's your ranking out of 10?
I'd probably give it about a 6.5.
6.4 I've gone for.
Or 65% if it was on Tommy's.
Yeah.
What have you gone? 6.4?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're about in the same ballpark, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think it was, like I say, even 6.1 was fair enough. But I think the critics and the audience on Rotten, I think they were wrong. Critics, you bastard.
Right, shall we bring up the Wall of Fame?
Wall of Fame, Wall of Fame.
So,
Wall of Fame.
So this part, if you're listening only, we have our Wall of Fame. So we split our films into 3 categories. We have a must-see movie, worth a watch, or want to skip. So just give you an example, in want to skip, we have Men in Black International, we have American Ninja, we have Double Impact, The Punisher. For worth a watch, a couple of examples, we have Time Cop, 6th Day, Daredevil, American Ninja 2 randomly. And from must-see movies, we have Samurai Cop, the best film ever made, Drop Dead Fred, Beethoven, and
Werewolves Within.
Yep, yeah, and End of Days. So where would you put this? Who's it going to be joining?
I'm going to say must-see.
I'm going to say must-see as well, to be honest. Yeah.
Because I've, like say, this has gone underneath the radar.
Yeah.
Massively. And it's a hidden gem. If you like watching your old classic 80s and 90s films,
yeah,
give it a go.
It is. It's definitely. It's a classic kind of 80s crime kind of comedy, but with the twist of obviously one of the guys is dead. It's like obviously, but I just think they did it really well. It don't take it too seriously. It's only an hour and 20 minutes long. At no point of it did I think it was being dragged out.
No, not at all.
At no point did I think, they just put that in for a bit of filler.
There's no pointless scenes.
There wasn't.
Which is good.
Which is good, which is, yeah. Like, you've only got to look at, like, the Seagal films that we've done recently and stuff like that, and the amount of, like, pointless scenes he just put in just as a bit of filler.
Even Blade had a lot of stuff like that.
Oh yeah. I forgot we did Blade.
I know, yeah.
Blade Trinity. But no, I'd agree with you there. Must see.
God damn, it's warm in this room, isn't it?
So do you want to? Yeah, it is. Do you want to announce what film we're doing next week?
Next week, we're going to put the trailer on, and this is a recommendation from one of our subscribers, Danny. So thanks very much, mate, for watching and putting this suggestion in.
Yeah, go on.
But this is Havoc. 2025. It just came out last few weeks ago. Tom Hardy, and it's available on Netflix, so you want to watch it as well.
I don't know anything about this.
I just came from a crime scene. 9 bodies.
I make one phone call. You and your friends go down for life.
I like him as well.
Oh, Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, what brings you boys here? We didn't want to miss out on all the fun.
Was that a washing machine?
This is my town.
Getting John Wick vibes.
Yeah.
And don't forget, I know what you did.
You have no idea
Last
what
summer.
I did.
So it actually looks all right.
It does look all right from the trailer, but trailers can be quite deceiving. But
Same director from The Raid. Now, The Raid is one of my favourite films.
I don't think I've seen The Raid.
It's I think it's either Philippines or South Korea. I think it's the Philippines,
Right.
where it's based in. It's like a tower block what got took over by a gang of drug dealers, and the police guy goes in.
Oh, right.
And
Okay.
Just like fight scenes. The fight scenes are fucking amazing.
Have you watched that
It's
already?
It's the guy from Expendables.
Oh, yeah.
Bad guy.
Oh, right. Yeah. The one
He's
with
in
the sticks.
Yeah.
Right.
He's the main character in it. I can't remember his name. I'll put a picture up there for you.
What?
But yeah, really good film.
Have you watched that already?
No, not yet.
Okay. What rating is it? Is it a Rotten Tomatoes one or is it a
I think
IMDb?
it might be Rotten Tomatoes. Do you want to just let people know some information about stuff? I check.
Yeah, so if you made it this far, like and subscribe.
Kind of put you on the spot there, aren't I?
Leave a comment if you've got any film recommendations while Darren's looking up.
5.7.
5.7 on IMDb.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So so join us next time for Havoc. It's probably going to be in a couple of weeks because we're both going away in between.
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff on go, haven't we?
We have. So yeah, but I hope you've enjoyed it so far. So we'll wrap it up there, shall we?
Yep, and then Rotten Tomatoes is 66 from critics.
Oh yeah.
But 36 on audience.
Audience don't like.
So we get 2 out of the 3.
Okay, well, join us next time for Havoc. So Dead Heat, definitely worth a must-see movie.
Yep.
So get it watched, and we'll catch you on the next one. I've been Eric.
I've been Darren. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.